and Jeff back again. Baseball cards, they're only friends. Super short prints they collect. The rarest of cards, gotta respect. Blabbin, about slabbin'. Every Thursday's a spot.
Oh, we already have a special guest.
SSP cards that we
Wow. What's she doing on your lap, Chris?
So, yesterday was this little perfect angel's first birthday.
Happy birthday, Jelly.
So
Yes.
she was born on tax day last year, or at least that is what the best estimate we can hope for. Come here, darling. You have a little treat. If you saw a reel on my Instagram, my wife put together a little birthday celebration for her. But I want to also say Michigan Cards and Grass, that is hilarious. That the song has a lyric that says "Don't be late," and we are always like at least 2 minutes late. Jeff, that's pretty funny.
Yes, but the song is telling the audience not to be late.
It's not for us. Yeah, we
don't
come
take
and go
that
of
advice.
our own accord.
Jelly,
I just
you're
wanna
getting
say
a
hello.
lot of. Mr. Little Thor says, "What the dog doing?"
Oh, what are you doing, little girl? She
A
just
lot
ate.
of birthday wishes.
Yeah.
Okay, special guest rankings, baseball card Brett's power rankings.
Agreed.
Jake, Mike from Fanatics, and Jelly at the very top.
Yeah. Well, Jelly would never kill the black parallel, Jeff.
That's right. So Jelly keeps the top. Aaron Ashby, 5 wins.
Don't see mama. Oh, look at you. You are so cute.
Dave's only here for the Jelly
For the
content.
Jelly gets fair. That's totally fair. She is people come over and see us at our house, but it's just for Jelly. It's just for Jelly.
Thick Boy checking in from a bar in Charleston. Dedication.
That is dedication. Oh. Thank you, Thick Boy. Thanks, guys.
Do you have? Can we get a Jelly Fractor? Do you have is there a Jelly Fractor? Don't you have one, Chris?
I do. I have a tag card of Jelly. She has her own card. I think it's
Doc wants to know in all caps.
Oh, yes. The dog is here for petting. All right, I'm going to let her down so she can go have her post-dinner walk. Oh, come here.
Eric, yes. Dalton Basement's official last name is Bjornstjärna, which is a Swedish last name only the chef can pronounce.
Oh,
Canes Lance, welcome to the stream. See Jelly. Brewers win today. Yes, I'm very happy. 2 straight 2-1 wins over the Blue Jays to stop a losing streak. It was very nice.
Blue Jays are really scuffling, Jeff.
Yeah,
it's almost like 2 people here picked them to go to the World Series or go to the ALCS again.
Their offense is pretty non-existent the past couple days. Chris, I saw something I had never seen in a Major League Baseball game today when I was watching the Brewer game.
Go on.
Garrett Mitchell walks, so he's at first base.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, who the heck's the new Brewer step-in right fielder? Any Brewer fans? Greg Jones, I think it is. Steps up, bunts him over, bunts him to second base.
Okay.
David Hamilton comes up, bunts for a base hit, first and third. Joey Ortiz comes up, bunts him home. 3 bunts in a row, run scores. Brewers take the lead and win.
That's amazing. That must have infuriated the pitcher. Did the next guy just get drilled?
No.
That's
Probably should have, but yeah. No drilling.
Good.
Greg Louganis, I do not believe he is starting in right field.
I don't think so either. All right. Well,
yes, a lot of talk about Bobby Witt today.
Yeah. I mean, Bobby Witt's scoring runs. Caglione still hasn't homered, but a couple of these teams we thought were going to be good, Jeff, have just looked really, really bad so far.
Vinny Pasquantino hasn't even homered yet.
Yeah.
Every Brewers rally, a lot of small ball, but 3 bunts in a row is something you rarely see. Yes, K. Duder, bunt maxing. Yeah, along to Phil. Bunt maxing for the win. So we have kind of a special episode tonight because if you were here last week, you'll notice at the end of our show, a viewer of the channel gave us a challenge. So I want to know if Gigi's Cards is here because I've got Chris and I have a couple specific questions, but the challenge was Drop McGill. Appreciate that. The challenge was not to talk about cards that we've already talked about or show cards that we've shown on the show for an entire show, what he was going to make a sizable donation to a charity. So hopefully Gigi is here and we can ask him some questions. Chris put the trivia link in the chat, so please hop in there. We've got some fun trivia. Oh, Pasquantino homered today. Great. Good.
That challenge, Jeff, is to quote our good friend Teapot, a statistical impossibility. It cannot be done. I can't make it. There's just no way. There's absolutely no way I'm going to make it more than 15 minutes without mentioning a card.
Well, we can see there's Gigi. There's one specific card that we have talked about, but since the card itself has never surfaced until this week, we've never shown the card. So I'm wondering if we can get a special exception to show that card that we've talked about, because it's never been seen on the Blabbin channel, and we have some things we want to discuss about it. So let us know if that's okay, and we're going to see how far we'll see how far we can go. Yes, sizable is a relative term.
Yeah.
T-shades. Yeah, he's doing a lot of videos with his shades on. I think he's angling for a Ray-Ban sponsorship.
Hey, whatever we can all get our hands on, good for him. Good for him.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, thank you to those of you who've used our code right there. It's also in the description. When buying on eBay, it is much appreciated. Got us some drinks for the week. Great. Oh, exception granted. Okay, so Chris, you're clear to do that. But we thought first we would start with a massive overreaction.
Yeah, we're in week 3 of the season here. We're starting to see some numbers get added in, and we're starting to see some team records start to kind of take shape.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a good time to just overreact to some things, or to come out with some crazy thoughts about what we've seen so far. I actually had 2 I was going to go with, so I'm going to let I'll go first, and then we'll hear Jeff's. My first one is definitely negative, and this is my overreaction / prediction. I'm at this point, I believe Francisco Lindor is either compromised by some sort of gambling syndicate, or he is deliberately throwing Mets baseball games. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen such a great player play so poorly and make these just horrible choices, Jeff.
I believe the technical term is called brain fart, and he's had a lot of them so far this year.
At this point, we're in brain shitting. We're in like brain diarrhea, Jeff. Like
diarrhea.
He gambled on the fart and he's lost. Like just that last one against the Dodgers, we've seen the back pick at third, the pick off at first. We've now seen him just inexplicably back up the second baseman and not cover second on what should have been an inning-ending double play. We've seen errors that he doesn't make. But then in the 8th inning of that game against the Dodgers last night, just like a soft ground ball to him, Jeff, and he backed up and then threw off his heels.
That's what gets our 8-year-olds yelled at by the coach if they sit back and wait on there.
That cost his team 4 runs. I don't know what's happening. He is a fantastic, incredible baseball player, but if you watch him so far this year, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I've really never seen. Yeah, yes, the lost track of the outs. Thank you. Yeah, that was one of them. I mean, I don't know. Do they need some sort of club? I mean, he is the de facto leader of that team, so I don't know who in the clubhouse could sit him down and be like, "What is going on, bro?" Like
somebody in the comments, Mission Cards and Graphs, said he doesn't have McNeil. Maybe McNeil was keeping him in line there last year. I don't know. I had heard rumors that he was frustrated that he wasn't named captain. Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, Francisco Lindor, yeah.
We'd like to show the clips, but unfortunately, we don't have the written permission of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, there is. Hold on. Oh man, I'm never gonna find it. But what? Jeff, what is that Instagram account that does those videos? It's fantastic.
The one where the guy's raging at him?
Yes, where the guy is screaming at him. I want to say it was like,
I can't remember the handle.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this. Let me make sure I get it right.
Implied oral consent.
Implied oral consent. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's Mike Dadino on Instagram. Daddino does a really great job of sort of compiling some of these, and it's just it's weird, Jeff. It's really weird. That's all. I don't know.
Okay, so you're saying that maybe he's compromised.
I mean, we saw with Class A. It would explain some of this stuff,
but he's also making an absolute fortune, even more than Class A. So,
I've seen players forget the outs, although in the first inning that seems incomprehensible. But the bases loaded ground ball to second, I watched that like 50 times, Jeff. It's a tailor-made double play. And Lindor should have gone, instead of going to the bag, he goes around the bag like to back up second base. Like it's like what your short fielder would do if you had like a 10th player out there. It's the weird, like I cannot stress enough how much you guys need to watch this. And someone just explain to me what's going on. Like, again, as a Braves fan, I'm kind of fine watching the Mets implode early on, but it's frustrating. Like, I need an explanation why such a talented, like fantastic Hall of Fame path baseball player has seemingly forgotten how to play baseball, Jeff.
what do his offensive stats look like this year?
Yeah, I think he just had his first home run in RBI against the Dodgers.
Okay, so he's off to a slow start on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least.
Yeah, Dave's Braves cards. I don't even want to say it's lackadaisical. It seems I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just hope everything's okay with him. You know, we don't want anyone to be going through something terrible. Like maybe he's having a serious off the field issue. I don't know what it is. But it's painful.
Yes. The slow starts are one thing, Shelley, but it's these lack of focus plays that are kind of surprising.
Yeah, like that's the weird stuff. Like, yeah, boot a ground ball, that happens. You know, go 0 for 10 with 8 Ks, that happens. But forget the outs. Get picked off twice in a game. Like not going to second base on a double play. Like, yeah.
Cards points out that a little known side effect of breaking your hamate bone also saps your brain power.
Yeah, I mean, SFO might be onto something there, suggesting that maybe he's on pain meds, and we just don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's very strange. I mean, I feel like we get more focus on our Wednesday night softball team, and everyone's had about 4 beers before those games.
That's true. Spartan Domer, you must have been the first Fanatics Amex guy. I was wondering what the max would be on there, and also we talked a lot about this on the most recent Spitball and Cards. In case any of you have not heard, Topps announced at the industry conference last week in Arizona, which our friend Scotty B was cool enough to be invited to. Chris and I were not, of course.
Well, I mean, Jeff Wilson was invited. I think Scott just carried his luggage around.
That's probably true. Yeah. But we found out that there's a Fanatics Amex card that you can earn 5% off any purchases, including from Fanatics Collect and maybe even Fanatics Betting, whatever that is these days. So it's not the greatest look, but Spartan Domer, congrats on maxing it out already.
Yeah, I don't. Is it available yet? I don't know. It doesn't really affect us. So
no, I
we'll have to wait. I see Will Z with us here. When Wills gets the card, he can let us know the details.
He'll let us know.
Oh, yeah. All right, Jeff, you had an overreaction. What do you got for us?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Well, what is it? April 16th. And I've officially seen enough. This guy is in the MVP conversation this year. Mike Trout, MVP, first person in history did 5 home runs in 4 games at Yankee Stadium. Coming into the game, he had a 1.2 WAR. That's going to go up with his home run today. That's a better WAR than he's had most of the last several seasons. His OPS plus is right above his career level now, which we haven't seen for a while. He doesn't get a lot of hits, but when he does, he hits them out of the park. So, yeah, I've seen enough. Trout's a top 5 MVP guy this year. He's going to play 140 games. I love it. So there was a little overreaction for his big first series, and then he kind of went in a lull, and everybody bailed. And I had 1 foot off the boat, but now I'm completely back on, and Mike Trout is officially back. Yeah, I think SFO Sox fan. Yeah, I think this is his audition.
I mean, it's a series like that, Jeff, that gets him a chance to get out of Anaheim, doesn't it? Those highlights of him, he was just crushing baseballs. That was really, really fun to see. And if Jordan Romano, speaking of people that accidentally may have crapped their pants, if Jordan Romano didn't have that one game where he came in, and I think he gave up 5 base runners, and they lost the game without getting an out. And then he blew another save, although the second one's not his fault. There was a pop up to third. The third baseman just didn't catch. I think he thought the shortstop was going to catch it, but Yeah, I mean, they should have won 3 out of those 4 games at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trout looks great. Maybe we'll see him in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's back. He's not getting hurt in May. You're right, Alligator. That's when he likes to get hurt. Likes to usually tear a calf running around the base, perhaps. As long as he's not doing any of those runs with that 135-pound barbell on his back.
Good Lord.
Yeah, hi, Chris.
I
Chris
do wonder.
Anthony Rendon has been broken. The Angels are fun this season. I got to say, they are kind of fun.
I've been to 1 game so far this year, and they beat Chris Sale without Mike Trout in the lineup, which was pretty impressive on their part. What was I going to say? It's gone.
Comments. This is great. This is even further than my overreaction. 50 homers. I could see it though. I could see it. People are complaining about the ball being off. The new ball isn't good. People can't hit it for power, but you've got some guys like Trout and Jordan absolutely killing it. So the guys that only have 0 or 1 home runs, sorry for them.
Yeah, tell that to Jordan Walker and Aaron Judge. A question for you, Jeff. If the Angels were to reach a potential trade with the Mets, would Trout accept it, or would he prefer to stay in Anaheim?
Good question. Good question. From what he's shown in the past, I feel like he would use loyalty as an excuse to stay there. Another great overreaction from Gigi's Cards, Dom Smith, but it would be, I wouldn't mind seeing him there. I'd kind of like to see him anywhere where he could be in a playoff hunt situation. Timmy Two Hobbies thinks we might be jinxing him just by talking about him like a no-hitter.
But
he's healthy. He's the healthiest he's been, Chris.
Yeah.
That's right. MN Plumberman, thanks for the reminder. He got hit pretty hard by pitch. The line drive, and he's still in the lineup occasionally.
Watching him get drilled by that foul ball, I had to laugh. Like this dude is just like he's a gravitational. He's like a black
magnet.
Yeah, magnet for bad injuries.
We're not going to talk about any of the cards.
We have to. I got to steal the screen from you, Jeff.
Yep.
So I just wanted to show. So here's his 2011 update in a PSA 10. And I believe if we scroll down there, I think on the 15th, which was yesterday, he homered again today. Market Movers has not picked up any sales from today, but I believe that $1,300 sale there, Jeff, is a new high. And I'm guessing that's got to be a high for the last couple of years.
Oh boy, I hope that's not a card we've talked about on the show already. Chris made it 19 minutes. Yeah, that's an all-time high. All-time high for the last 12 months anyway.
It's got to be. It's got to be. But I also wanted to point out what I think has to be. We're talking about overreactions. Okay, I want to show you guys an absolute massive overreaction.
Okay.
This is a 2009 X-Fractor auto. And this one sold today on Fanatics Collect. Now, obviously, Jeff and I aren't huge fans of BGS, anything they do or their slabs, really. And the black labels to us are insanely overvalued, but this is lunacy in how overvalued it is.
Well, what's the premium on that? That's insane because of the black label.
That's got to be. That's an aggressive buy.
Is that like a 5x premium?
Give me a second. Let me see. Let's see what the last PSA 10 sale was. If there is
maybe
one.
that was Mike Trout buying his own card. We do know he's a collector. Maybe he wanted a black label and figured.
Oh, all right. So that sold for $50,000. Hold on to your hats. Let's take a look at Market Movers here, because this is just pretty fun to look at. So an X-Fractor PSA 10 in December sold for $49.50, and then
PSA
in January,
10. Oh my gosh.
And then in January, $53.50. Okay, and then waboom. April 14th, 2 days ago, $17,000. That's a 3x in 3 months.
Yeah, that's a frothy market, Wills. Wow. I wonder if either of those were the same cards that somebody capitalized on picking it up in December, January, and flipping it. That's crazy.
That is nutso. I mean, so assuming we can do the math on that fairly easily. 17.5, your latest PSA 10 sale. 2 days later, a BGS black label sells for just under 3 times.
They are grade 10 cards as well as having 10 autos, JG. I don't know about the PSA ones.
Let me just double
hard
check
to
that.
tell from
Yes.
here.
The 1010 is a. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. The 5350 is actually a PSA 8. I hate it when these people do this with the way that they label these things. Yeah. God forbid that one actually does say PSA 8. Thank you.
JG. You are correct.
Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Okay, so yeah, all right, let's back off that. That's not a 3 times.
All right. So
But this one.
we were overreacting to that overreaction.
Right. Slight overreaction to our own overreaction.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we got you guys to keep us in check. That looks all right. So 12,000.
That was 2024. We can't even compare that.
That's the last actual PSA 10 sale.
Shelly, I did actually purchase a pretty nice size Mike Trout card this offseason from one Scotty B Cards. So maybe I'll have to dig that out and show it next week.
That's right. I forgot you did that. But yeah, I mean,
I'll give you a clue. It's from one of our favorite sets of the last 2 decades.
God, I've seen that. Did you just break the rule too? Did we just talk about that? Does that count as talking about that card? Because we've definitely talked about that card before, Jeff.
But it's not that card. He just bought it. So, well,
anyway, who knows what these rules are?
Different version of that, of a similar card.
Yes. All right. So there we go. All right. So anyway, that's your Black Label premium is close to 3 times.
All right. Which seems like an overreaction.
It does. It does a little bit, both to the slab and the player. I have one more overreaction. If anyone else has thoughts on Trout, I see a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, I hope he's back. Maybe he can this is who he is now, like a low average, high power guy. I think we could all live with that.
Spartan Domer's selling him. Were you the seller of that Black Label, Spartan Domer? Nice sale if it was.
Yeah, it's funny. A 3-time MVP, but man, it just feels like forever ago. It was only 7 years ago. 2019 was the last one, but it feels like it was so much longer ago.
And to be fair, last week he looked pretty rough. And he had a great series. So yeah, it's still early, which means that really good things can happen, or really good things can look like they're happening over a short period of time, or really bad things can happen.
Yeah. Will's with a potential overreaction of his own right there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's growing. It's about the only part of my facial hair that's not completely gray. So I'm living that until it goes.
There you go. Curator says our show, our rules. We like the challenge aspect of it. And I realized when Jeff reminded me that a bunch of the Instagram shout outs that I had queued up, I'm positive I have specifically mentioned a couple of them, but have you been doing this show for 3 years, Jeff? What are the odds we're going to talk about a new card?
Yeah. Shout out to let me get his name right. Freebird21 PC, who sent a card on Blabbin that we've never talked about. And he said, in case you need something to talk about, here you go.
Oh, that is really funny. I can hear the sound of the shredder. That is fantastic. But yeah, so before I have another overreaction I want to get to, but my question
to you actually, but go ahead.
And I saw some people in the comments sort of going down this road as well. If you have a nice Mike Trout card, or you're sitting on some nice Mike Trout cards, and comments 1998, this isn't for you. You PC the guy, your stuff is rare and cool. Don't sell yours. But are you looking to move it right now? Do we think Mike Trout at this exact moment, is he more of a buy or more of a sell? Jeff, are you considering, I don't want to use this word, but flipping the card you got from Scott in the offseason? Are you thinking about it right now?
No, but I'm also not buying more. No, especially with this bump up in price. I'm not buying more, but I am not selling. I have sold a lot of my Trout cards over the years, but I've got a couple really cool ones that aren't worth a lot. And then I've got a couple bigger cards, and I'm probably just going to hold on those forever. So yes, against the advice of everybody in the chat.
Okay. All right. It feels like the smart thing to do is to sell the card, Jeff.
Oh yeah.
To sell his stuff right now. But in the back of our minds, we're all like, oh man, could this be a Trout-assance? Like, could it be?
Maybe. And the card, which I'll bring out because I want to show it next week. I'll get it out. Is one that I wanted to buy and keep and hold on to. So I wasn't planning on selling it, even if it would be up in price, because I want to have a good Trout card. So
yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, we got a couple SSPs and maybe one SSSP, and that's pretty much my Trout exposure. I was planning on getting some stuff like maybe after he retires, but I'm not going to wade into this market today. That's for sure. Stewie has a question for us here. I read this and I glanced at it and I just bought a Bowman Chrome first red auto dual 10s and paid $2,500. And I'm like, is he talking about Mike Trout? But I didn't see the 2023 Bowman Chrome part.
Sal Stewart have one in there?
Ooh, I like that guess, Jeff. I don't know what year Sal Stewart's his cards are, and I would think a red at this point would be more than that. For $2,500, it's got to be someone who's bad right now, right?
He gives further updates down here.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Just turned 22. He's in AAA. OBP is 450 after 65 at bats. Played for the Reds farm team.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're talking to two guys who don't know that much about the Cincinnati Reds farm system.
That's exactly right. I mean, the Brewers have some great players in their farm system. I'll tell you that right now.
Of course they do. Shelly, great question. Is Trout one of the best long-term holds that exists for baseball? Probably.
Luis Lara is batting 411 for the Brewers, by the way, on AAA. Yeah. I saw this question. If you take out Ohtani and Judge, maybe, but I feel like those two are head and shoulders above everybody else. Although, if you can get him for cheap enough, Trout is a good long-term hold, in my opinion. It's just that he's come down so far from his highs. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say toward the end of last year, I caught a lot of flack in a spitballing episode where my hot take was that Mike Trout will be irrelevant in the hobby, for at least the next decade until he's retired and we can look at the full body of work.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You got crapped on for that one.
I got crapped on for that one, but suddenly it seems like I'm extremely wrong. But I felt pretty confident before. But this is a hot series against the Yankees. We'll see. I mean, I said that his flagship rookie, that update we just saw, could definitely fall further. We saw it get down to about $600, maybe a couple random sales under it. And you and I were looking to pick one up if it ever got to 5, but it didn't quite get that low.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe this is a blip. Maybe this is a Trout blip that we look back on in August and be like, hey, remember that series that Trout had?
Yeah, and I think part of that whole conversation that we had last fall here and on Spitball, and that Chris was getting a lot of flack for, people were saying, well, he was a 3-time MVP. He was so great. But as Scotty astutely pointed out, his peak was before the resurgence of the hobby. So if he had the peak now, what he had in his first, 7 dominant years, he'd be off the charts. But he didn't. So by the time the COVID boom happened, his peak was already past. So I feel like that was part of the conversation where, are people really going to go back? And eventually they will, just like now people are starting to appreciate what Pujols and Cabrera did, despite them being absolute trash for the end of their careers. A similar thing is going to happen with Trout. People are eventually going to look back and think, wow, he was dominant for that period of time. But you might have a window before that happens.
Yeah, I see someone in the comments said he'll be that generation's Griffey. Griffey had such a coolness about him. I haven't seen another player approach that level of coolness. Trout just doesn't have that. Like, Trout wasn't the face of baseball. I don't think he ever wanted to be the face of baseball.
Yeah, I think the personality definitely helped Griffey and helped him stand out. The backwards hat, sort of the
swagger. He was like,
yeah, definitely the swagger, the fighting, the old stiff baseball, unwritten rules of baseball. Whereas Trout is very workmanlike in his approach to the game, very quiet, signs autographs for fans, but doesn't really look to put himself out there. Adam, don't tell this to Jake, short print today.
But I'm on board with you, buddy. That ballpark, it just feels like fly balls. Even though I know left center field is deep out there, it just really feels like.
Oh, emophobic. His average is definitely down, but if he hits 50 home runs, nobody's going to care
Nobody's going to care. Schwarber didn't hit 300 last year either.
Dr. Perlman, or neither did Raleigh.
No, but I was just going to say, man, my brain tonight, Jeff, is it comes and goes. But it was really starting to look like at the beginning of this year that there's a high likelihood that Mookie Betts would pass Mike Trout in career WAR.
Correct. Yeah, very good.
And he would do so with, at this point, at least 4 World Series titles. You want to pencil in a 5th at some point over the length of his contract, but you just never know what's going to happen. And that's something Trout is never going to be able to compete with. But now, with Mookie, an unfortunate injury, and Mike Trout looking unstoppable this weekend.
If Mookie has another injury-shortened season, and Trout actually can play a healthy one. Question, this has come up a couple times. What type of dog is Jelly?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mad City Brew. She is just about a 50-50 split between Australian Shepherd and Border Collie. A little bit more Aussie than Border Collie.
There you go.
So she is very smart. She has a ton of energy. And even though she's got, 3 really good legs and 1 okay leg, she still loves to run and chase other dogs. Yeah, A-Tail Jeff Black. I saw some highlights from Strider. I mean, it's almost not fair having him go up against the high A guys because they've never seen stuff move like that. But
it's good for him to build some confidence.
It's a good first start just to get his location down. It took about an inning from what I saw before he could actually start, throwing strikes consistently. But yeah, he was healthy. That's the important thing.
Eric, most Hall of Famers don't go out on a high note. You're right. David Ortiz is kind of the exception, ending his career at the top of his game. But also, there wasn't social media around when Babe Ruth was declining. There wasn't all this talk about it.
Can you imagine if there was? Man, Babe Ruth would have been a pretty interesting Instagram account.
The stuff you would have had to take about his weight. Mile High, thanks for listening to us on your scooter ride. And the Greg Jones shout out. Yes, Greg Jones, thank you. Trout has swag. Okay.
Oh, no, Trout's great. We're not like crapping on Mike Trout. He is incredible. But if you also, one thing, this was part of my thesis at the time, was that Mike Trout doesn't have that big moment. That baseball moment, that one highlight that kind of we think of Mike Trout. Like Staley Cards mentioned, when you think of Griffey, you think of that rounding or scoring from first on the Edgar Martinez double to beat the Yankees in '95. You think of that. Aaron Judge has some big home runs. Unfortunately, the first thing I think of is bad for him. Ohtani now has some incredible moments, but you ask me what's your biggest Mike Trout highlight, the one I've seen the most is Ohtani striking him out to win the WBC. I'd say the second most, Jeff, is probably that catch. I think he was in Baltimore.
Yeah,
and he was almost
full body over.
Yeah, 5 feet vertical leap, incredible catch. But
Haley says he needs a moment in the playoffs, which he hasn't had much playoffs. The other thing when we talked about that conversation is that Trout was so good in so many aspects of the game. He wasn't necessarily dominant. He didn't put up a 60 home run season. He didn't go 40-70. He did a lot of things really well. I think he's only had 2 years where he had over 100 RBIs. He put together defense, base running, hitting for average, hitting for power. He is definitely a 5-tool guy, but he doesn't have any of those. And he has big WAR seasons, but he doesn't have any of those really sexy stat seasons that make a lot of people, especially in the hobby, make him collectible. So,
yeah, you're right. If you look at his baseball reference, which is full of black ink, by the way, as it should be, because he was phenomenal. OBPs were great. But yeah, he doesn't have that 45, 160 RBI season, we saw in the 90s and, Judge has come close to. He doesn't have a 50-50 like Ohtani or 40-70 or stuff like that. But he was just so incredible. The ultimate 5-tool player, Jeff.
Right. And that discussion came up. Please give Jelly lots of hugs. And I'm sorry, Mad City Brew, to hear about your shepherd. Hopefully you can get through that cancer diagnosis. That's tough for any pet family to go through.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Usually the breeds that's one of the most healthiest breeds. I'm really sorry that, she's dealing with that.
So Tribeca, this brings up a great question. For the hobby, sometimes it's better to have just 1 or 2 dominant tools. And we've talked about this before on Spitball, and that there's also the indescribable tools, the swagger, the off the field presence that you have. Are you relevant on social media? Are you a collector like Bobby Witt? I think those things. Now Trout is a collector, so I think that helps him a little bit, but he just he's not a very public persona for somebody who is as dominant as he was for so long in the sport.
Yeah. Yeah, he just didn't seem to want it, and that's perfectly acceptable. He doesn't owe us anything,
Acceptable.
you know.
Somebody else talked about Trout nixing trades or not leaving. It sounded like Moreno was willing to deal him if he wanted to go, and that was, I think, 2 years ago, Chris, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they put it. They put that out there for Trout, but I mean, who knows what those offers were? I mean, I'm sure Moreno's not going to eat one penny of that contract to trade him.
Yeah.
Maybe the Braves could. Maybe the Braves could pick him up if the Angels would take Profar.
Well, an expiring contract.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Profar ever sets foot in the United States again. But I mean, that's probably they would need the Angels to take on some money, but the Braves need a left fielder, Jeff. What about that? If Atlanta said we'll take that whole contract,
what has he got? 5 years left on it?
I honestly I could look it up. Something like that. Because I always thought about the Phillies, but the Braves now they had money to spend on a pitcher if they wanted to. And as much as I hate Jurickson and Profar, that suspension just took like $14 million off the books.
Off the books, yeah.
I mean, if the Angels would kick in, if they cover like say 35% of that contract, I'm sure the Braves would give them a decent prospect.
Big boy, hard to leave the SoCal weather, hard to leave the SoCal scene. But if you want to play for a winner, unless you're moving across town.
Yeah, I mean, as a professional athlete, I think it's different. You can still live here, but you can just go work elsewhere. Yeah, totally agree. I fly UFOs. Like if he's going to leave, it's got to be for a team with a chance to win, that wants to win, that will spend to win.
4 years, 37, which doesn't even sound bad in this market, to be honest, Chris.
No.
I mean, isn't Kyle Tucker making $60 million for the next 4 years?
He is, yeah, 437. Like that's not terrible. And whatever happens with this collective bargaining agreement, I think it's safe to assume that salaries are going to go up. There's a lot of untapped television and streaming revenue that I think the league is just starting to really get into. I believe Jeff Passan had an interview about that on his Instagram. But yeah, all these new deals, like there's no more ESPN, or I guess now there's randomly an ESPN Wednesday game, Jeff, which I can't watch despite being an ESPN subscriber. I still could not watch that.
How come?
It's insane. I don't know. It was blacked out for me. My phone said due to location, I could not watch the game. Crazy. Baseball doesn't want you to watch baseball sometimes.
Yeah, that's surprising. That's really shooting themselves in the foot.
But yeah, I think that 4-37. If he keeps hitting like this, someone's going to come calling.
Chris, I see you put this in there again. We've got a good prize tonight. Let me show off our prize. A big shout out to Reds Collector, who's a member of our Spitball and Patreon, for donating this. Let me just pull this off for a second.
All right.
Walker Jenkins, Bowman Chrome Prospect Gem. First Bowman, Walker Jenkins. Maybe there's some hope in the Twin Cities. So this is first prize. Second prize, you get a choice. You get either a Bryce Harper rookie or Johnny Damon. You recognize Johnny Damon?
I did not. He was a little thicker than the Johnny Damon.
A little thicker. Yeah. A TTM, Johnny Damon auto, or Bryce Harper for the runner-up. Your choice. So we've got some good prizes for trivia tonight. Hopefully everybody watched Brockmire, Chris.
I hope so too. There's a couple Brockmire questions in trivia this week. I gave you guys advance notice. Even Jeff found the time to watch the premiere episode of the first episode.
I did. I watched it with my kids. It was great.
Yep. Definitely very family-friendly show. I imagine
don't watch it with your kids.
Do not watch this with your children. I mean, not even your adult children, really. I think it would be awkward. But yeah, blackouts for the most part, I thought we were so close to being done with them, Jeff. With the new MLB ESPN thing where you can now buy your local TV, or I guess not all teams. I think about 18 teams you could buy their local package.
Right.
Yeah, through the MLB app. So I'd paid $200. I get all the Dodgers games, except this one on ESPN, despite having the ESPN app. I don't know.
Wills, Brockmire is a show about a disgraced former Major League Baseball announcer who has to find his way back. And Chris talked about it last week and teased that it would be in trivia. So
yes, emophobic, you're fine. It's the first will be very general questions about the 2 questions about the show. You'll be fine first or last. Yeah, it's Brock Meyer, M-I-R-E. It's currently, they're all on Netflix. You can watch them all for free. They're short episodes. It's very funny. Hank Azaria is great. Amanda Peet is also extremely funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love her.
Okay.
Tribeca Wax Collector. This is an ongoing discussion amongst people in both the Spitball and Patreon, as well as wider baseball circles. Streaming game, you don't know when the game's going to be on. You don't know if it's going to be on Apple TV. And especially, I mean, Chris and I are already older, but when we talk to like our parents' generation, they're trying to figure out how come the game's not on? Oh, it's on Apple TV tonight. Oh, it's on Peacock. So it's not doing well for keeping the traditional fans involved.
Yeah, it is difficult. I did the last couple of years, I did get my dad the MLB package for the Dodgers. So you could just buy one team. It was like amazingly, it was like $150 for him in Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's $200 for me here in Los Angeles, which is just extremely
Watch
fun.
your home team. Yeah.
And, once he realized on the TV it was an app, and if he could just get to that app and click on it, we were golden. We were golden for 2 years.
Yeah. Unless they've got now, even the streaming ones, if they're airing on Apple, they won't show on the team stream. They'll be on only that network. So that's a little frustrating. It's
frustrating, but I do have to say that that's money. Like, obviously Apple TV, I mean, Netflix paid, I believe Netflix paid $50 million for opening day in the All-Star game.
It was crazy. I don't know what they paid for it, but they rolled that hot dog card out after the game.
Whatever gives us more large.
This must be extremely frustrating. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 local teams, and you don't have not one team in your state, but 6 teams are considered local.
That's so outrageous. Docs cards, that's nuts because there's almost no point in getting the MLB package. Although you'd be able to watch all the Braves games, but unless they're playing one of those 6 teams,
right? Which is the chances of them playing one are pretty high, actually.
Yeah, that's at least 18 to 20 games that are gone.
Shelly got paid $200 for the Braves in South Carolina.
Yeah, there you go. And Shelly and someone else said the Braves vision. I have enjoyed the Braves channel. What of it I have been able to see so far. They do get the Field of Dreams game. Okay, so my final overreaction, Jeff. Card Dad. He definitely was. He gets so grumpy too at like 10:05. He's sitting there waiting for the game to start. Okay, my last overreactions. It's kind of a two-parter. I believe at this point with what I have watched, I don't know if Acuna is going to be an all-star again. I just don't know.
Again.
I am very concerned, and I'm even more concerned about Tatis. I'm not seeing. And I wanted to pull up Acuna's baseball savant page here because it's troubling. So give me a second to do that. And then you guys can all hopefully tell me to relax and everything's going to be fine. But all right, is that up there? Here's Acuna's baseball savant page.
Wow, that's way more blue than I'm used to seeing on his.
I don't think we have ever seen Ronald Acuna Jr. have his average exit velo be blue. And it's concerning because if it's going to be blue, then you'd like to think that, the barrel percentage and hard hit rates would also be way down. Maybe he's just missing the ball. But I talked about this with Dave's Braves cards and a couple other people today, that it is concerning. He's barreling up balls, Jeff, but he's not hitting them very hard. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, this is troubling. And this is another thing. I'm not really sure how they differentiate between, so barrel percentage and squared up percentage. To me, those seem pretty similar, but I can't believe that his barrel percentage is that high, but his squared up percentage is that low. It just seems really weird.
Yeah, maybe it's just a glitch in the...
But his base running value too, Chris. He's a good base runner.
He is a good base runner, but as someone in the comments said, he is without a doubt at least a full step slower than what we're used to seeing. He tripled the other day, and it was not vintage Acuna. Like, he would have been dead to rights, but the throw bounced and the third baseman just missed it. I mean, I don't care about the speed. He's got 4 steals. Maybe he steals 20 bases. Like, I don't care about that at all. But he needs to be hitting the ball into the gaps. He needs to be hitting the ball hard and hit the ball far.
Right. You had kind of thought that he would start his transition into a slugger phase of his career this year. And so far, it's not doing that at all.
No, someone asked about his max exit velo so far this year is 112. And you can see his exit velo is down about 4 miles an hour from last year.
Yeah, that's substantial. And maybe you're right, Mario. I just don't understand that if you're considering it still counts as a barrel if you're hitting off the end of the bat. That doesn't seem right. So I don't know. I'll have to dig more into how their stats are working with that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look. The K percentage is down. His walk rate is pretty much right with his career norms. It's down quite a bit from last year, where he had a really great walk rate after he came back from injury. Hard hit percentage is slightly down. But yeah, it's concerning. Like we talked, I know I got really angry the other day about, like, I showed you a clip of Devers like smashing his bat to smithereens on the ground after he swung through a hanging nothing.
Sure did.
And Acuna's just been late. He's just been late on almost everything that I've seen. So I don't know. Day off today for the whole team. Maybe he can kind of regroup, get his head around. But the positives for the team are, one thing I really like about it is they are this morning, before any games were played, the Braves were leading the majors in runs scored, which I was absolutely shocked about. Wow. They had scored 1 run more than the Dodgers, and they had the second best or the second fewest runs allowed. They're actually leading baseball in run differential.
That is shocking. Wow.
Trust me, no one was more shocked than me. They had the second best record in the game as well, which I did not actually realize.
What is their record?
They're 12-7.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, spray chart. Nothing to the right side of the outfield.
Yeah. That right center was a power spot for him.
Yes. Yeah. Off the wall there, gappers.
Yeah. And that little, it's that you can see that orange triple there was actually one of the better swings. It wasn't a pop-up. It was, he hit a line drive in the corner. One of the better swings I've seen him take. But yeah, it's not coming together. It looks rough. It looks different. What's crazy is how different it looked when he came back last year. He was like a superstar right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, terrible pun. But he looked great pretty much from the minute he stepped back in the box. Homered off the first.
So what did the winter entail?
I don't know if it's, he's tired from the WBC. I know there's a lot of WBC hangover for sure, but Judge has now gotten over his. I mean, we'll see. It's a long season, obviously, but
it's a long season, and that's a crazy start. Just look at these stats to cleanse the palate.
Okay, what do you got for me? Something positive?
I got Jordan up there because he may be Trout's biggest competition for the MVP this year.
That's more WAR than he had last year by at least, 1.
Yes, it absolutely is. And his OPS plus is 255. He's not just smashing the ball. He's also getting on base at a crazy percentage. So he's really helping those fantasy people who have him in an OBP league versus an average league. But he's almost at a 500 OBP. He looks like the hitter we all thought he could be. And could that be the case? Could we actually get a Jordan MVP type season? We've been saying it for years that he's shown he could be the best hitter in baseball. Yep. Even up there with the likes of Judge and Ohtani, and he's showing it so far this year.
Yeah, he has been unstoppable. And we mentioned before, he's shorted a home run by his own ballpark. This, I believe, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, the first season that neither you nor I have him in any fantasy league. So
I do have him in one league, Chris. Unfortunately, I have him in an average league, but he is propping up that team. So I do have him in one league.
I'm sure. But yeah, this is certainly the first time I have never owned him anywhere. So I would not be surprised if
that's the reason. Yeah, usually I have him in multiple places. He doesn't have any value because he just hasn't played full seasons. So can he get there? Yes, I think he's one of the most exciting at bats to watch. If you're just checking out highlights and seeing him, or if you see him coming up in a game, you might stick by there for his at bat. If he we've just been saying it for his whole career, if he could stay healthy.
Yeah,
Riley Cheese has some opinions about his best card, Chris, here.
I'm going to pull up a picture of it if you want to highlight his comments.
Yeah, I've got it highlighted. Your Stadium Club Chrome Jordan was great, but can we acknowledge that his opening day SP is his best card?
It looks cool. It's a really, damn it, I gotta find it. It is a pretty cool shot. Yeah, it's definitely. He got a lot of really good looking cards in 2020. I'm trying to catch myself to make sure I'm not outright repeating myself. There we go. There's his opening day image variation. That's
Is that
That's
Gary
just
Pettis? Is that Gary Pettis at third base coaching?
sure.
80s Rangers star Gary Pettis.
I will say this is not us talking about the same card, but here's a dead horse we're going to beat. It really looks like down there on the bottom left to the right of the Houston, that H logo. What a great spot for the Gold Cup that would be.
Instead of floating up right under the shield.
Damned if they didn't jam it up top there.
Yeah, they got off.
But yeah, this is a great card. He has a whole bunch. He has some really great image variations. His rookie year, almost in every set. So if you like to collect Jordan, he's still very affordable despite the hot start. I know
he's very affordable. Stewie says he's on a Hall of Fame path for sure. Yeah, he could do it. He's just got to be out there. He's got to be out there. Ninja Squirrel with the opposite, too streaky, in my opinion, to be top 5 hitter or in for most home runs. I don't know. When he's healthy, he's not that streaky of a hitter. He's got a really good eye up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was Stewie talking about Jordan? There was more talk in the comments about Matt Olson being on a sneaky Hall of Fame path.
Oh, maybe. Who had 25 home runs for 7 years? I think that puts doesn't Jordan have about 175-ish? So I thought that put him in.
He sure as shit didn't hit 25 last year, but he might average it. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Matt Olson's also more than 28, so definitely not talking about Matt Olson. All right.
Rookie debut vintage stock out of a $1 box at the Denver Card Show. Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I wonder if the dealer just didn't notice it or
M. Newbert, you're right about this. Seeing him play in Fenway, 81 games.
He also, Jordan has the thing that Mike Trout doesn't have. Well, it's not good.
All right.
It's not get R-rated too quickly.
Calves?
Yeah, tiny calves. But he has 2 absolutely enormous postseason moments, including the single biggest hit in weighted win percentage, win probability added. Postseason baseball history. He has the biggest swing in history.
Good call.
And then an absolute nuke off of Alvarado to win the World Series the same year. So
I was talking to somebody about this the other day, Chris. Remember this? Enron Field? Yeah. And they had the hill and the flagpole in the field. That was great. Yeah. That was great. I mean, awful for players and center fielders out there, but it was fun while it lasted.
All right, let's talk about Tatis for a minute, and then we'll get to trivia.
Okay. Before you do that, I just wanted to give Cardboard Showcase a shout out here. If anybody hasn't watched Cardboard Showcase's recent reveal of his PSA return, give it a watch for sure. Our thoughts with you on some of those. Cardboard Showcase sounds like they're pretty rough on you for most of them. But also in that reveal, you talk about a couple cards that you sent to PSA, got graded really low, and then sent to BGS. And that those 2020 Heritage, those are rough grades anyway, with all that black around the border. But congrats on your 8.5. Definitely check out Cardboard Showcase's YouTube channel. He does some great reveals, and you get to see a lot of graded cards come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you watch our show, you've definitely heard us mention him before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some amazing catches on that hill. I think there's a compilation on YouTube you guys can check out. I know Andrew Jones ran up that hill a couple of times. I think Craig Biggio had some experience out there that he probably
did. Trivia link one more time, Chris.
Yep. Please. All right, let's take a look at Tatis here, Jeff.
All right, so let's take a look at his. He's got a lot more red there. Again, he's not doing much on the base paths. That 11% base running value is awful considering I have pedigree.
It is not. The batting value is terrible. I will say that average exit velo is good. So he is hitting the ball hard, which is what we want to see. MLB Network, they talked about him a little bit, and I forget what analyst it was. It might have been Ken Rosenthal, or it might have been Harold Reynolds. God help us all. was pointing out that Tatis is hitting the ball really, really hard. It's just he's not getting in the air. A little Guerrero syndrome maybe here. But
yeah, it's surprising seeing how much red there is. His average velo, his hard hit percentage. I mean, he's in the 100th percentile, so he's like hitting the ball harder than anybody else in baseball. It's hard to believe that his batting run value is that low, especially if he's squaring up that many. Is he just really unlucky?
that is really interesting, Jeff. Like that's insane if you look at that. The hard hit percentage is literally at 73% of the time he's hitting the ball hard. But he is worth -2 runs. At the plate. Like that's kind of hard to wrap your head around.
It is. I'm trying to figure out how that could be, but it is early in the season, so there are a lot of statistical anomalies. Look at that fielding. He's just really become a dominant.
And he's still fast as hell too. But yeah, not a lot of balls hit in play. I think, yes, if we look here, we're talking about a 5.2 launch angle, which if you want to pull your protractor out,
5.2. Oh my god,
that's not good.
That is.
And what's really bad. So he won the NL home run title in 2021. Jeff, I think he had 40 some home run, 13.8. Then obviously 2022 there were, let's call them issues. 2023 down to 11, 2024 down to 10, 2025 down to 9, and here we are in 2026 and we're at 5. That is a trend in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that is a lot of worm burners. He's probably killing a lot of those balls right to the third baseman. If I'm playing third base against the Padres, I'm not happy, but you're probably going to get a lot of balls.
Yeah, I'm concerned about just as a pitcher too. I'm worried about my shins.
Yeah.
But his barrel percentage is up almost 3%. Yeah, it's just everything is down on the ground.
We don't know for sure. Found things I found which year he did do PEDs, but he got suspended for the 2022 season, Chris. So it was probably was on PEDs during that really successful season at age 22.
Unless you want to believe the ringworm excuse.
Yeah, ringworm.
Which
motorbike incident, he's had a lot of issues that make him a little bit less than collectible, but he's got that swag. So if he can find a way out of it, he was kind of the sexy pick for a lot of people for MVP this year.
That's probably what doomed him, Jeff. Now that I think about
it could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah. But I see people saying, not collectible. I mean, he was super collectible at the time.
Before that, he was only 22 years old, leading the league in home runs as a shortstop. Incredible.
I'm assuming this is a Tatis update. 1 for 2, a pair of RBIs and a walk today. Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, he's also the kind of guy that could get hot and who knows, but
yes,
worrisome to be at this point, to be hitting the ball into the ground at that high a rate is kind of crazy.
Stewie, Chris was in on the anti-PCA train. His second half was so abysmal last year. I thought he would bounce back. I thought he's kind of half the player he was in the first half and half the player in the second half. Sure. Thought he'd find a happy medium, but it's looking more like the second half guy, and he's way down in the order now.
And he's not doing anything. I think he has 1 home run, which to be fair is 1 more than Tatis have. But we could take a second and we could real quick look at Pete Crow Armstrong's. I can't imagine we're going to see a lot of red here, Jeff.
I'll apologize on behalf of Chris, Tribeca Wax Collector. His Tatis Merrill Golden Mirror came in the week. You picked him to win the NL MVP, Chris. That's probably what doomed him.
Yeah, sorry. I don't own any Tatis cards, though. That's like the crazy thing. That's not true. I have 1. I have 1 card, but like that can't be what's doing it. But here's Pete Crow Armstrong's Baseball Savant page, and this
is yes. I mean, you're always going to be in the lineup if you can somehow have 100 fielding run value. You're going to find a way in the lineup, but you're going to be batting 7th, 8th, or 9th if this is your offensive profile.
Yeah, I mean, I do. There are. Let's try to find some positives here. His bat speed. His bat speed is pretty good.
Okay, but 5% sweet spot, squaring up 15%. His chase percent. He's in the 1 percentile for chase percentage, so he's going after everything.
He is. He might, hopefully for the Cubs' sake, he isn't, but he might be the Cubs' Michael Harris. Like he's just the guy they put in center field who catches everything, but he just can't quite take that step. Yeah, baseball card practices.
I mean, he was so amazing the first half of last year.
Oh, yeah.
So amazing. Like 40-40 pace, everything. And the defense. It's hard to believe that he just was that lucky for that long So I hope he bounces back a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
as a
I don't
Brewers
think it
fan,
was-
I'm not too excited, but
I don't think it was luck, Jeff. I think just, word gets around like, hey, we're attacking the league's attacking this young guy in this way, and he's killing it. Let's make an adjustment. Some pitching coach somewhere saw something,
yeah,
and
yeah,
teams adjusted, and he hasn't adjusted back.
for sure. But I just thought a lot of times that'll happen after their first season. He had a pretty full first year and then came out. Yeah, you're right. And Shelley's agreeing that adjustments.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, his prices. I'm sure it has. I'm not a PCA collector, but it has to have.
There were a couple real big. Remember that one dynasty sale of his that was like 26 grand?
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah. Adaldus with a great point here. Nico Horner is kind of very quietly the little engine that's driving the Chicago Cubs.
Yep.
That's why Jeff singled him out and prepared to draft him in fantasy and followed through on that plan.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Auto drafted Horner in Chris's league.
Yep. All right. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm not that familiar with his. Oh, let me pull this one up. Rock Latex. That's kind of a cool name.
So he was terrible for a few weeks. Then, so he just had a hot streak then from like May, June, half of July, and then completely tailed off.
Yeah,
like an anti J-Rod.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar. By the way, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. If you guys saw that Padres Mariners game yesterday, that's a great. Oh, sorry, Staley, if you're here. Merrill robbing Julio. I mean, that ball was a good 2 feet over the fence, and Merrill just pulled it all the way back.
That
and
sucked.
Pulled it back onto the field, Jeff. Didn't just catch it and go over the fence and then hold it on the other side.
It's really an out.
100. Oh, for sure an out. For sure.
Michaela's pleading with you just not to
Sorry.
I mean, I don't know how much worse you can make J-Rod and Cal Raleigh by talking about them.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Hancock looked good yesterday. He was great.
Emerson?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, they're playing now. Padres,
Yes.
Mariners night game.
Yep.
Go, Joe.
Thorson. Ay. Yeah, it's gonna be a long summer in Minnesota, I think. But who knows? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try not to talk about the Mariners anymore. I do still really like Julio, but it's not a good time of year to talk about Julio Rodriguez.
No, he just gotta get warmed up with the weather.
Yep. Oh, Stewie dropping some hammers here.
Oh man. Dylan Cruz done. Christian Campbell done. Jackson Holiday. Kurtz, we don't know, but probably done.
Hey, what sucks for Jackson Holiday, Jeff, is that Jeremiah Jackson, who will confuse all of us because everyone in Baltimore has Jackson somewhere in their names, has taken his spot as Jackson Holiday recovers from injury and gone bananas.
He's taken off, yeah. And not only that, but his younger brother is now the cover boy for Bowman Baseball coming out next month. So yeah, rough time to be Jackson Holiday these days. Yeah. Christian Campbell, by the way, Stewie, I highly respect the sheer volume of typos in this message because this is the type of thing I send to Jeff on a daily basis. And I'm used to being able to read through that.
Somehow Jeff's brain just reorganizes the gibberish that I have sent and turns it into a sentence, which I really
a little
appreciate.
Brain exercise. Chris keeps my brain working. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Christian Campbell for the Red Sox is looking like another one of those guys. Sometimes these extensions are going to work, and sometimes they're not going to work.
Walker Buehler shutting out the Mariners through 5. Walker Buehler.
Two things on that. I watched the first inning of this game, and Michaela and Staley just maybe go to the kitchen for a second. Walker Buehler picked off Brandon Donovan at first base. They said it was his first pickoff in 5 years. I think you got to hook Brandon Donovan right there. Like that cannot happen. That's like John Lester picking you off, Jeff. Like you can't let that happen.
And now he's shutting him out through 5. So
yeah, then he blew J-Rod away with like a 2-strike fastball. I'm like, what?
I've still got that rookie black gem of Walker Buehler, just waiting for the right time, waiting for him to have a good start to sell it. All right, Mario's got some information for us before we get to trivia. Squared up percentages, how well you hit it. Okay.
I like
barrel percentage, how dangerous the result was likely to be. All right, this is getting a little out there. How dangerous the result was. Okay.
It's a lot of subjectivity here, Jeff.
A lot of subjectivity for what I thought was more objective. Oh well. All right. How are we doing for trivia?
We're doing good. We got a good turnout in there. We got 60 people locked and ready to go. I hope you guys all watch Brockmire.
Remember, I hope a Twins fan wins. Yeah. Walker Jenkins.
Yeah, Thorson, if you're into trivia, good luck to you. Future your franchise here. Yeah, even if you didn't watch the show, you got a 1 in 4 chance.
That's true.
And that assumes I highlighted the correct answer. So,
Yeah, I didn't get to take this in advance, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's always dicey. I need to be I need to be supervised at all times. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just I gotta just double check one thing before we do this. So give me 1 second here, Jeff.
Huey's just scanning. He wants to join trivia too.
Oh, yeah, good. Get him in there.
But he's going to be out of luck on the Brockmire questions. So,
but he's got a 1 in 4 chance.
That's true,
right? Don't rule him out. He's got good instincts, Jeff.
Anthony, I don't think going big on Junior was a bad idea. In the Junior Caminero Nick Kurtz showdown, Caminero is outpacing him.
Yeah, Kurtz is off to a rough start, but
Shelly gives a shout out. Who won the Leyritz last week? I sent it out, Shelly. I'm not sure if it made it to you yet across the country, but was that Clean Cards 5? I can't remember who.
Clean Cards 5 won the Mark Jackson. The first place he won the Mark Jackson. It is not yet to be mailed because it is currently basically buried in. I can't get to where
it's barricaded. Yeah.
Yes, it's in an inaccessible part of my house right now.
Yeah,
that's okay. I mean, I'll just put it with all of his other future winnings.
Yeah. And, Blabbin trivia, it gets sent out. It might take a little while, but it definitely gets sent out.
Yes, we always. I believe we are at 100% send out ratio. All right. Yeah, you're right. Shane Langoliers is on a great start.
Sure
a great start. One of the many. If the Braves could have kept all these young catchers, man, that would have been. Well, none of them would be playing, so it'd be tough. Okay.
Newbie. It was Newbie that won it.
Okay. Oh, that's
thanks for the donation, Newbie.
All right. Yeah, Doc's cards. We don't talk about Jim Leyritz in my house. It's not allowed. Okay, Jeff, are you ready? How's the voice?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, we're approaching capacity for trivia. So let's rock and roll here.
Excellent. Well done, guys.
Couple of things to mention. Bowman, the new Bowman release is coming out next month. So that does come up in trivia. We'll see how you guys do. But I hope you all enjoyed Brockmire. Jeff, let's rock and roll.
Nick Kurtz is back, everybody. Nick Kurtz is back. All right. Countdown to trivia 64. Let's go, guys. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Who is the Major League Baseball career leader in RBIs? Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Carl Yastrzemski, or Albert Pujols? Career leader. Some good choices there.
Just happy I spelled Yaz right.
Yastrzemski. 2/3 of you went with the Hammer, Hank Aaron, and you are correct. Good job, Huey. Huey's celebrating in the corner.
Right. Well,
he's got 92. That's about as high as you can get. Well done. Who has the second most career home runs all time? Is it Babe Ruth, Sammy Sosa, Hank Aaron, or Albert Pujols? Second most career home runs all time. Could be PED aided, perhaps. 55% of you went with Hank Aaron, and that is correct. Barry Bonds passed him off a friend of the show, Mike Bassick, 756. To pass Crazy Cryptids is in first, followed by Santo and baseball card Brett. 2 Hall of Famers have rookie cards in 1977 tops. Andre Dawson and who? Is it Eddie Murray, Gary Carter, Bruce Sutter, or George Brett?
I should have just put Hank Aaron as an option here. So I was just going to run Hank Aaron's the correct answer every time and see how long it would take people to realize.
38% of you said Gary Carter, Expos legend, Mets legend, Bruce Sutter with the Cubs, I believe. He came up with the Cubs.
The guy in 1977.
And then was electric with the Cardinals. Pope Eric leads. Who is the only Hall of Famer with a rookie card in 1980 tops? Ricky Henderson, Ozzie Smith, Jack Morris, or Alan Trammell?
This better be in the 90s, Jeff, or at least the mid to high 80s.
Higher than the gem percentage, no doubt.
For sure.
74% of you went with Ricky Henderson. who then played in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Pope Eric, 295. Pete Craig right behind him. And baseball card Brett in third. What year are Mike Trout's first Topps Chrome cards? 2009, 2010, 2011, or 2012? Topps Chrome. Chrome doing a lot of work there.
Yeah, doing a lot of carrying a lot of heavy lifting right there. Oh, all right. Majority got it.
Pretty spread out, but 48% of you said 2012. We just talked about his rookies in 2011, but his Chrome was 2012. Pope Eric holding on the lead. What are these new parallels in 2026 Bowman called? Are they called pack fractors, retrofractors, griffractors, or wrapper fractors? And these are pretty cool, Chris. We talked about these a little bit on Spitball, and this is maybe my favorite.
I actually do like these. I wish I didn't, but I really do.
50% of you said pack fractors. Very good. Yeah, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Baseball card Brett and Night Shift cards taking over the top 2 spots.
Okay.
These black gold autos in 2026 Bowman are numbered to what? 5, 15, 25, or 50?
You could do some process of elimination here. Knowing what we know about the rainbow.
Yes. Knowing what we know about the rainbow, it's kind of a new thing. What's a new number? 15. Pretty widespread picks there.
A lot of changing at the top here, Jeff.
Yes. And Hitman 23 back on the podium. What Pennsylvania baseball legend had the nickname Pops? Was it Willie Stargell, Mike Schmidt, Roberto Clemente, or Jimmy Fox? And we're getting into the Brockmire related questions.
Sort of on the periphery of Brockmire right there, but
was it true that his last hit was an infield single, Chris?
I never looked it up. I just wanted to believe it's true for the show.
Me too. 71% of you said Willie Stargell.
Okay.
Jiwanuki, Hitman 23, baseball card Brett, all on top. All right. Getting into what's the name of Brockmire's minor league team from Morristown, Pennsylvania? The Milkers, the Frackers, the Mailman, or the Pirates?
Oh, I can't do that.
Brockmire noticed the smell when he first got to town, and that smell was because of fracking going on. 36% of you got it right. They are the Frackers, which seems like a crazy name, but an appropriate one.
I love it when he starts.
616 going for the 700. Can he do it? Baseball card Brett right behind. Who is Brockmire's ex-wife? Is it Linda, Laura, Mindy, or Lucy? He sent a very short 2-word note to be given to her at one point.
Yes. She'll know what it's regarding.
Very even split here. 30% of you went with Laura. 30% went with Lucy. It is the second of those L names. Congratulations.
I think that means 30% of people watch the show, Jeff. That's what I think.
Frack these Brockmire questions, according to Wilsey. Hitman 23, well done on the podium, 580. Baseball card Brett inches out the second place finish at 583. And first place is Jiwanuki, 690, almost breaking the 700 mark. Congratulations. Yeah, you got Lucy.
Yep.
There it is.
There.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucy was indeed ahead of her time. Sorry, guys. I told you. I needed 25 minutes. I needed 24 minutes of your lives over the last 7 days.
Huey, what place did you finish?
Yeah.
What was your name? 38. All right, Huey finished 38th place. Well done.
That's pretty good.
Considering he hasn't seen Brockmire, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
First time winner. Congratulations. The new biggest Walker Jenkins fan in town. Jiwanuki, make sure we get your address. Either send it to Chris or me or the Blabbin About Slabbin IG account. And baseball card Brett. Let us know if you want the Bryce Harper rookie or the Johnny Damon in-person auto.
Oh, man.
Ooh, this is K. Deuterino. My score is lower than Luis Renifo's batting average. There's a lot of low batting averages around the league, for sure.
That's all right. Yeah. I saw someone else said they just hit the wrong number a couple of times.
Well done, Jeremy. Even
can
when I come in 32nd, my favorite time of the week. Thanks, Nate the Great. Appreciate that. Hey, Dakota, thank you. Use the eBay link to buy a numbered Prince Fielder rookie. Can never go wrong with Prince Fielder rookie, and can never go wrong using our eBay referral link. So thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah. All right.
Facebook card, Brett, you want the Harper rookie? Great choice. Make sure we have your address. Send it to me at My Favorite Cardboard, or Chris at Baseball Card Addict, or the Blabbin About Slabbin IG. So we have that, and we'll get that out. Eric Resky saw Willie's last home run off Tom Hume at Riverfront.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Oh, wait, where did that go? Oh,
Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer. He's looking especially like Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, but just a shaved version.
Oh, man. What a great skit that was.
Yes. Yeah. I was old enough to remember those SES.
Yeah, old Phil Hartman's.
What's up, peeps? Thanks for joining. Tribeca, thank you. Used it for Topps Heritage Cold Keith Chrome Red Refractor PSA 10.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful. Love it.
Wow. Okay, Dunarino, we don't DFA anyone. We don't offer participation prizes for trivia, but we do we like seeing the fight. We like seeing the battle. We'll do one more week with Brockmeyer questions, and then we'll move on to something else in pop culture.
All right. Are you gonna specify? Is it maybe from episode 2 or?
Sure. Yeah. See if you guys can get through 2 episodes. I mean,
that's good.
Yeah. I think it's pretty great. I mean, I really enjoy it. If you can get into it, in episode 6 of season 1, there's a lot of great cameos from baseball writers and baseball analysts like Brian Kenny, Tim Kirkjian, Joe Buck has a pretty big part. I think Musburger is, I'm not sure if you actually see him, but like I said, he does get assaulted, I think, slightly off camera. There's a couple other guys that are like ESPN personalities that kind of show up in that scene. It's great. Honestly, I really enjoy it. If you were offended or horrified by the first episode, and that's a perfectly cromulent reaction, I understand. Don't feel obligated to continue. But our music coordinator, BFG, Jeff, wrote me and said like it was completely like I think he said it was like unhinged, but
it's appropriate.
Yeah, but he loved it.
Stewie, I'm not familiar with this show. The Extraordinary Attorney.
I have not. I'm going to write that down.
Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Is that part of the title? Or are you just celebrating the name?
I don't know.
Jeremy says his mom liked Brockmeyer and she doesn't even like baseball.
Well, there you go. I mean, I think it's funny. And I do have to point out, Jeff, that I have not seen throwing mechanics as bad as you see in the baseball scenes of the show, since like we're talking like Tony Danza level of bad mechanics. There's a Japanese pitcher on the team who they say used to be a superstar, but like he's aged out of Major League Baseball, but he's desperately clinging to glory. It's hard to watch him throw a pitch, Jeff. It's really tough.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out.
But watching Fatty Boombalatti make his way around the bases during that grand slam was also a sort of a difficult watch.
Yeah, seeing those 3 large men get pegged with the ball to load the bases before the grand slam. Yeah.
That was kind of funny. Anthony, unfortunately that's almost too.
Yeah, too on the nose.
It's too close.
We're trying to escape reality. Idiocracy is getting too close.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to feel prophetic and a little documentary style. There is another. If M Parsons is still watching, could you let us know what Taskmaster is streaming on? Because I would very much like to recommend that to people.
Did you say Beastmaster?
Taskmaster.
Oh, okay. All right.
Taskmaster. By the way, speaking of Beastmaster, I mentioned this. You know what? Let me see if I can kind of segue into it nicely, but I won't be able to. So that's. Give me a second here. There was a new trailer, Jeff, for Masters of the Universe, in case anyone's interested in that.
I saw a great trailer. We took the kids. What was the last movie? Project Hail Mary. They had a good one before that.
Yes. By the way, that's an incredible movie. I think we've talked about it before. Hopefully that doesn't violate the restrictions GG put on us. But Yeah, that movie's awesome. Unless you really, really hate Ryan Gosling, I strongly would recommend seeing that. Okay. Thorson, we try to keep the trivia questions at least like in the general PG range. Yeah, I sort of bounced some ideas off my wife, and she was like, no.
I hope that's not a euphemism.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was like, what if Celeste is watching? Like, you can't have these questions. So, but yeah. All right. So the example that Jeff gave, we'll see, about a card we sort of talked on the periphery of. We have to mention it, Jeff.
Yeah. So Gigi gave us the okay to go ahead with this. This really grinded Chris's gears.
My gears were ground. An absolute monster. Like, popped up on eBay last week, sometime between our last show and this week. And it's a card that I think a lot of collectors have been waiting to see. We know it existed. We knew it was a redemption. We're just waiting for Topps to start fulfilling it. Yes. And the first copy of it showed up on eBay. And
let me preface this by saying we had pretty high hopes because other cards from the set had surfaced, and Chris knows that they looked great.
Yeah. I think that the checklist is 40, and I would say about half look great, and maybe the other half look not so good. But the other guys from this team they all look fantastic. So we were pretty excited. Oh, Anthony, I'm digging the terminology there. So we were very excited to see this. This is, of course, Ohtani's Golden Mirror Auto out of
Update. I can barely see the auto.
That is indeed the problem, Jeff. I just
do you have the Freddie Freeman nearby?
Not nearby. I can pull up a photo of it, but let me see if I can. Where's the screen that I'm sharing? Here we go. I mean, here we can forgive Topps for the fact that they put the shadow box for the auto like 1 millimeter above the already shadowed area for the name, so we get this weird kind of color stripe underneath, like in between the two shadow boxes.
Strange.
Just stupid. That's just dumb, but whatever. That all goes away if they give Ohtani a good pen to sign the card with, and somehow they didn't. And I just can't fathom how this happens. It's mind-boggling.
Michaela, why aren't they giving him a fresh pen? You're right, Gigi. It looks like a print line under there in that opening. I don't know why they're using the very thin ink pen. Crazy Cryptid said gold ink is a mistake. Oftentimes it can be, although it did look pretty good with some of the other versions. There's Chris's. So
to sort of give you an example, this is the Freddie Freeman. I think this looks great with the thicker pen. Mm-hmm. Nice bold auto. The Clayton Kershaw, his auto has the same pen. And looks nice and thick like this. And then for whatever reason, Ohtani goes to sign, and they're like, "Here you go. Here's this like tiny little pen that we're not even going to warm up." It just, I know it's a color that sometimes can be unstable, like they're saying, but like the gold makes the card work, Jeff. It's a Golden Mirror Auto, so a gold ink. I totally get it. But yeah, that is exactly the point. The point of all points is how avoidable this situation. Like, look how amazing this card should be. We have like the most famous baseball player ever with his celebratory goggles. We got
there's so much black there already, plus the shadow box. It's a perfect spot to make a nice, big, bold auto like the Freddie.
Yep. I mean, the gold with the border and with the trophy, like it was all going to come together perfectly. And they use this pen. And if you guys follow Signed and Slabbed on Instagram, he is a big proponent of getting these autos right. And he gets very frustrated when Topps uses pens that haven't been warmed up, like Michaela was saying, or surfaces that haven't been prepped, for the ink to really take hold or to set. And this isn't expert level stuff. This is like rudimentary stuff that they should be able to do correctly. And it's almost heartbreaking. Like if you pulled this card and they send you this in the mail, it's a bummer. It's a bummer.
Yeah, it looks great, but not because of the auto, the image. Yes, the image is everything there. I don't
Yeah.
think they would replace it, Tribeca. I don't think you'd have any luck sending that back.
I don't know. I mean, it might be worth a message. Yeah, the gold pens need to be prepped. Are you 100% sure he had those mailed to him? I have a hard time believing Topps put these things in the mail to get to these players. I have a real hard time, especially since they all say the autographs were witnessed by a Topps representative. Yeah, I mean,
Chris, would you prefer the non-auto?
oh man, I was gonna say if you allow my my BS meter to my hypocrisy, if you will, to just waffle back and forth. Would I buy this card? Absolutely. There's a price point where I would very much grab this card. It is still an on-card auto. It doesn't look great. I know that when I would try to sell it down the road, some asshole like me right now is going to start nitpicking the auto and saying, "Oh, I'm not going to pay that price." At the end of the day, there's like something we didn't get an exact print run on these. There's maybe 10 on-card Topps flagship gold pen autos of Shohei Ohtani, holding his first ever World Series trophy and celebrating. So there will always be demand for this card, always be a market for this card. I don't know what the other ones look like. This one is just it's a shame that it isn't more perfect, but maybe that's just us being too perfection-y, Jeff.
Yeah, and James says auto overall. There was a comment here about the changing autos. Evan, we've talked about that. This is kind of the third iteration of his auto. And while I do agree, I think the first version of his auto are going to be the most collectible. On this image with this card, I can't be upset with whichever auto style he decides to use.
Yeah, I mean, this is what he said this is going to be his auto going forward. We're not going to get the 18 to 20 or the 2021 auto style ever again. But it's a bummer. But this card currently is listed on eBay for $49,000. If anyone's interested, please go ahead and hit that.
Yeah, make sure you use our code when you're buying that for $49,000. I think we'll get like $200 out of that or something crazy, Chris. So that would buy a lot of Maker's Mark.
It would. But yeah, I listen. That's there is a price point, obviously, where you and I are going to jump all over this card, but we are not near it at $50,000.
No, especially considering the auto, but even a perfect auto, I think that's a little overreaching.
That's funny. Michigan cards.
Oh, I guess that would break our rules to check that one out, but hopefully, have we reached 100 followers on that? Somebody could let us know.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not supposed to look at it, Jeff.
No, you don't have to look at it. Maybe somebody in the comments will tell us.
Three Crooked Hearts, excellent question. And this would be an example where I would think that they would have players sign at least one extra copy of these because these aren't numbered. So there's really no Topps.
Maybe this is a better version, Chris.
I don't know.
This is the better version. Yeah, the reason is time, Eric. The kanji autos take a lot more time than this. I think that he went to this auto because it's very time friendly compared to even the last iteration or his rookie iteration of the auto, and certainly compared to the kanji.
I'm sure he also knows that the kanji auto is more valuable, more special, and he's not just going to. If he does it for Topps, he's going to charge Topps more money for sure.
Probably, yeah. 86 watchers, thank you guys. Cracker Research Team letting us know. We didn't make it to the 100, but maybe someday we will. You could buy 50,000 Ryan Klesko gold leaf rookies for that, Chris. And if you do that, please use their code as well.
Yeah, please. Okay, hold on. Is it going to let me look at this card? eBay's been doing that thing to me, Jeff, where like I try to pull up a sold listing.
Hate that. Yes, it did that to me several times last week, and it pulls up what's new, similar.
I hate it.
You're saying the Arcia has more watchers than this Ohtani, Tribeca.
That's actually really funny. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's a new low price. All right.
Yeah, it was listed for $100K.
He dropped the price in half, Chris. How can we turn it down?
Right. He cut it in half. Okay. Do what you got to do. I want to talk about another eBay auction that ended recently. And then we have some IG shout outs to get to. And then I got some chicken chunks to eat. Okay. All right. So this ended. Oh boy. Where did it go? Where did it go? Come on, brain. Work with me. Work with me. Here we go. Okay. So this is an Aaron Judge flagship black. I know we have talked about this base card and this Topps Chrome card because of the image, but this is the flagship black. Not sure we've talked about this one yet before. But this was up for bids. We haven't seen one of these become available, up for bids in what feels like a very, very long time. I know a couple of surfaced with like some buy it now prices, but to just sort of watch people fight over it, we get a true sense of what this card, really is worth. This was a rough shape copy. If you're a grader, I think you're looking at like a 5, maybe a 6 on a good day. Every corner seems to have some white and the dark colors on the back. Not ideal, but again, there's only, was it 62? 66 copies of this card. So as you can see, this went for $2,700. I think, especially now that Aaron Judge has hit 8 home runs now, we might really start to see Judge's market go.
He's at 8 home runs, Chris. I didn't realize that.
Well, he was homer. I mean, he's facing that Angels pitching staff and Yankees Stadium. He's just popping home runs at will. Like it said. How do we get that guy with the pants to sign a copy?
We talked about that. You get a dual of that. You get a dual auto. That guy's got to know who he is.
For sure. Hopefully he's got a copy of the base card. But yeah, so Jeff and Jake and I were all watching this. And we were kind of surprised to see it get that high. But when there's only 66 of a card, you're limited. I mean, PSA 10s, I think the pop is like, 5 or 6? Like, you're never going to see those cards. But it's cool to see a raw come up and just see people realize the flagship black, even though we didn't get one in 2025 Series 1, but then we did. The only cards that didn't ever get one were 2025 update. But this parallel still reigns supreme, Jeff.
It does. It does. And despite the image choice.
Despite the, highly suspect.
We got the okay to give an update on this, Chris. Okay. There it is in all its glory. It's up to 87. So thank you to the one person in here who joined the watching from 86. We're getting close to that 100 watchers. Anybody get an offer on it? Chris, have you got an offer on this one?
I have not. I have not gotten an offer on this.
I believe the biggest offer to be rejected was up to $70.
Oh, that's right. Someone last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Might have been Shelly the Turtle. Somebody went for 70 and did not.
Well, that's the danger of cocktails and eBay, Jeff.
Yep.
All right, hold on. There was another card I wanted before we get to the Instagram stuff.
Nate the Great is number 87. Thank you for joining.
Oh yeah.
Shelly saw an Instagram post today showing Judge's last 3 to 4 years of stats versus Bonds 2001 to 2004. Bonds, yeah. I mean, the Bonds numbers are absurd by any modern metric. It's crazy because what Judge has done the last 4 years is almost unbelievable. He's more than twice as good as the average player. His OPS plus is over 200, but Bonds was unmatched in there. Bonds walked 232 times in 1 year, Chris.
Yeah, they just didn't pitch to him. I mean, they're just absolutely.
And when they did, he hit a home run.
They just did not.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you're ready for that.
Okay, so I want to talk about this card that also sold, and I feel like this has got to be a safe card to talk about, Jeff, because you know how little I want to talk about Derek Jeters.
Yeah, I've never seen that card before, so glad to talk about it.
So this is his 2004, these Topps Chrome Red X-Fractors. These cards I've seen a lot of these pop up on Instagram over the last maybe month, 2 months. So I think they're really starting to get popular again. But yeah, you collect from this era. These are beautiful, beautiful cards.
Yeah, we've only dipped our toes into this era of collecting mainly for parallels like this or the first black parallels, which I think were 2003.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't know quite as much about this era, but once we see cards like this, they really stand out. They're great.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
He is like he's putting sunglasses on, but there's no sunglasses. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if someone could explain, maybe he's just, maybe those sunglasses are going up on his hat. It's hard to know.
something around his neck. Maybe he's going swimming and they're like goggles he's about to put on. Rec specs.
But yeah, these cards are very, very cool. They look incredible in hand. They're not numbered, but I believe it's 61 is the print run. So again, if you have a PC guy in 04, this is definitely a card that you really need. I do like how on the bottom left, Jeff, they kind of they sort of mimic, get a little silhouette of the image.
Now I was wondering, is that for every image? I'm trying to picture the other ones.
So this Jeter sold for $1,100 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And he said that guy says 63. This dude's saying 61. So we got a chipper for about $500, just to give you guys a sense of what these go for. Canerco for $115, and this Griffey, which is really sweet.
That is very cool.
And for $1,300. So
he still had some athleticism when he was with the Reds. Everybody thinks of him as just old Griffey. Oh yeah, and the silhouette is still down there.
So this is cool. Just generally be aware the centering on these tends to be I believe these came in a hobby box, but they were like sealed, almost like a proof. Like they were in a one touch.
Emophobic says it's 61 or 63, depending on which series. So they changed during that year.
Okay. All right. See, you guys are always there to fill in the knowledge gaps for us, and I appreciate that. Yeah. There you go.
Eric's putting his hands to his ears to block out A-Rod's talking.
All right. That's something we've all done. That's probably one of the few things Jeter and I have in common.
Emophobic said he paid like 35 for Maglia Ordonez. Nice pickup. This is a recommendation we'll have to check out. 2006 Upper Deck Special Effects. Upper Deck's only true attempt at a chrome set, and it was glorious.
All right, that's pretty cool.
I'd like to check out some Brewers from that set.
Yeah, I like these cards a lot. These look great. I was hoping to get that Chipper Jones, but I couldn't get to that price, and someone else beat me to it.
What was the chipper, Chris? How much?
The chipper went for $500.
Man, that's a lot. Yeah.
But if you do the math, that means it's about just slightly less than half a Jeter. So by that rationale, it's probably a pretty good price.
I don't know. Considering all the collectors that Jeter has,
one thing that's
about a quarter of the price should be. I would have went a quarter of the price on it.
I'm not sure I like the chipper disrespect, but I do think it's more. I don't think you mean it that way, but
I just think that evidently there's maybe half as many chipper collectors, but
it's probably about right.
I think he's a little more team collector based, regional based, whereas Jeter has some pretty wide appeal.
Yes, that is very true. Jeter definitely is. I'm not going to argue he's not more widely collected. He very much is. So here we have one thing weird, little novelty about this Chipper Jones is that he is in the outfield here because there was a 2-year stretch where he volunteered. The Braves, for whatever reason, left field for the Braves has just been a really difficult spot for them to fill. Yeah, hard to believe. But does anyone remember, and I'm sure my Braves fans will, who did the Braves sign for third base? That Chipper Jones.
In what, 2003?
Yeah, I think it was 2002 or 3. They signed a third baseman, and he was like, I will go to left field if you can get a big third baseman. And they signed someone.
Gary Sheffield.
No.
Vinny Castillo, Wes Helms, Troy Glass.
Gigi's cards. First on the trigger there. Vinny Castilla is correct. Well, Castilla, I think.
Yeah. He corrected himself.
Yeah, of course.
Really? I forgot he even played there, to be honest.
Yeah, I went to therapy to forget that he ever played there, Jeff.
How did he do outside Colorado?
Not well. Shocking. Wait, I Fly UFOs. Breaking Hollywood news here says they are going to make a Top Gun 3.
Interesting. I mean, the movie made $1.5 billion, so I assumed that a sequel was imminent. But
that's a good point. If a movie makes that much, there's probably going to
they could just put turd on a page and probably make $1 billion.
Let's hope they do better than that, though.
Let's hope so. Yeah, I enjoyed the second one.
The second one was great.
Curator is asking to look at the Jason Michaels 2004 X Factor. You want to pull that up, Chris, or should I?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fantastic. Ha!
What? It's like the Dustin Pedroia giant glove.
Yes, or I think who's that? It's like Gary Gaetti in the 80s, I think.
Yes, Gary Gaetti, 86 Fleer, maybe.
That's awesome.
I like how they have the silhouette of the giant glove too.
Yeah, they do.
Carrying a large bale of hay or loaf of bread. Wow. Is that one available, Chris? That seems like a
It sure is.
fun card to buy.
Yeah, if you're a Phillies fan, it's right there for the. That would probably be the highest
Mickey Hatcher, yeah,
ever. Oh, Mickey Hatcher. I think that's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, good call. Yeah, that's kind of cool, but not $87 cool. Although with a coupon code, all the way down to 82,
best offer,
practically free. But yeah, that is cool. Thank you for recommending that.
Yeah, that would be fun to see with the Mickey Hatcher and Dustin Pedroia together.
Oh yeah. Who else has one? Does Puig? I think Puig has one.
A giant glove.
Yeah. Man, it says Phillies on this card a lot.
It does. It does. There's no question who he was playing with at the time. Wasn't he also on the Braves, Chris?
I don't know.
Jason Michaels?
It doesn't sound familiar. Jason Marquis was on the Braves.
Yes, of course. Giant hat, yes. Give a giant hat, giant glove. You could do a whole collection of giant things.
Yeah, giant hair. Oh yeah. Uncle Jack. Wow, what a deep cut here. Uncle Jack Kelly's glove from It's Always Sunny. Good work. Good work, Michigan Cards and Graphs. All right. Okay. All right. We got some Instagram shout outs, and this is where any chance we have of achieving Gigi's goal is going to go out the window. And I'm honestly, I don't know how hard I even am trying at this point. But
all right. Well, I've got a good one too. We can.
Okay. All right. Well, this first card, I'm almost positive we've never shown.
All right.
It comes from Strictly Baseball.
Ooh.
And it's a
Adam Wainwright?
Yeah. 2013 Topps Chrome. Yadier Molina. It's just a base card. But the black refractor looks amazing. The red refractor, which I know someone else posted in the last few months, and I couldn't find it. I looked a little bit. But that's a base card. And some of these images are fantastic.
2 Cardinals legends on the base card. That's great.
Yeah. So this is very, very cool. That's one of my favorite Yadier cards. I love that the Topps card that's like a close-up of his mask. I think it's an SP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great call, Michigan Cards and Graphs. I remember when they set that record. Most games played for 1 battery.
Yeah, some more Braves trivia. Who did the Braves trade Wainwright for? 2-parter. What player and what were my wife and I doing when that trade went down?
Ooh, this is a PG-13 show, Chris. I don't know.
PG-13 show.
Who did he get traded for? Could it be Jared Kelenic?
Michigan Cards and Graphs is correct.
It's one of the trades that seemed to work out for both teams, right?
JD Drew had a really good 2004 for the Braves, but then he left. Yeah, he went to the Red Sox.
He only was there for 1 year?
1 year.
Oh, boy, I didn't realize that. And Eli Marrero.
Yeah, he played well, but obviously
Wainwright's wedding night.
That is correct. It was indeed our wedding night.
So many cards, knows.
Yep, I remember at the reception, a buddy of mine was like, "You're either going to be really happy or really upset." I don't even know. And I was like, "Well, about the wedding or
right?"
It's like, what are we?
Were you role playing as a guy named Bob Greenwald that evening?
Clean cards. That's the kind of Brockmeyer reference I'm here for, buddy. And
that Lucy for sure.
Yeah. Look, when you've been married for a long time. Well, anyway, moving on. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
He didn't want to go.
He wanted to go to Phillies. Yeah. Was Ray King part of that trade?
Ray King, Brewers legend Ray King. I love that guy. Was he really part of that trade?
Might have been. Oh, man, that's a name from the past. I have not heard that name in a long time.
Active lefty out of the pen for the Brewers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're like, you shouldn't get a better offer from Boston and just head out of town. All right. Well, geez. Okay. Well, did we talk?
It appears he might have been. I'm just looking up Ray King, and he was on Atlanta in 2003 and the Cardinals in 2004 and 5.
Well, there you go. Yeah, part of the trade.
I mean,
that's Danish Schweiger 3,700. That's an incredible name drop. Like, that is a great bit of random baseball knowledge right there. Well done. Unless you were just looking it up at the time, in which case that's cheating. But that's okay. All right, Jeff, do you want to show your card?
Sure.
I'm pretty,
First, I want to show a picture of Ray King.
oh my
In case
lord!
anybody does not remember. He was, it says 6'1", 225, which is kind of generously low with the weight, but he was a little intimidating presence coming out of there. His career whip isn't quite as memorable as I would have liked to have think.
Not getting a lot of strikeouts. Definitely, a pitch to contact kind of guy. But couldn't they get a hat that fit his head, Jeff?
Yeah, I think he was a size 8.5.
Good lord!
He did make his way around the big leagues a little bit.
How did he do for the Braves before they traded him there? What we got? 3.5 ERA, 59 innings. Ooh, I see.
0.1 WAR.
It's a lot of base runners.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, yes. What I wanted to show was from Freebird 21 PC, who graciously sent this, knowing we would not have shown this before. As a general rule, I stay far, far away from Panini baseball products due to being unlicensed. That being said, the Stars and Stripes is wildly underrated because they do have the license for Stars and Stripes. And this is a CJ Abrams, Bobby Witt Jr. on-card double auto. How about that?
That's a pretty sick card. That might be the All-Star Game starters at shortstop in July this year, Jeff. Abrams off to a great start.
And maybe the favorite Panini card I've seen in recent memory. So very cool. Thank you for sending this. And you're right. It is one we've never seen, never looked at.
It's funny. The way the card is tilted or the angle, like Abrams looks really tall and Bobby Witt looks absolutely tiny. Like skinny little arms, tiny little guy tucked away in the bottom corner of this card.
Yes. And in real life, I think they're the opposite, right? I think Witt is bigger than CJ Abrams, although CJ Abrams' power is legit.
Sure is. Homered off, didn't he just homer off Paul Skeens?
Yes. Now I assumed they were on card just because of the way that they overlap a lot of the borders. Yeah, there's no way these could be stickers.
This particular one is on card. We're not going to speak for the entirety of the set, but this one is definitely on card.
Yeah. So no, seeing this duel on card, I think is awesome. And like Chris said, it might be the two starters.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
They were young.
Sorry. Yeah, Clean Cards putting up some numbers here. Yeah, JD Drew had a fantastic year for the Braves.
That was Strictly Baseball's Yachty. Very nice.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, that's a really fun account. A lot of very cool Cardinal stuff. Curator, congratulations on your upcoming wedding anniversary. Thanks for the doing the quick math there.
We did mention this cardboard showcase after being shouted out by Chris last week after only having one run scored on base 30 times, scored one run. He did score 3 today.
More of an indictment of his teammates than him.
Yes, truly. Just being on base that much is very good.
All right, Jeff, I'm taking the screen back. Here's a card I know we haven't talked about before because I did not know it existed. So congrats to our good buddy Scotty B. Cards for picking up this 2001 Donruss Elite Dual Auto.
What is this? The front and back?
Yeah, front and back. Mays and Bonds. So yeah, he writes that this has a shot at being of any dual auto, there might be the most WAR on any card.
Yeah, and Godfather and Godson.
Yeah, very, very cool. Hard to believe. He says in his post that this is the only card with a dual auto of both of these guys. That
is hard to believe. They never signed the front of a card. They never signed the same side of a card. Like, can you imagine that as a heritage?
No, honestly,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be amazing. But unfortunately,
I know for a long time Bonds wasn't in the Topps stable for autographs, which he's just recently came back into.
Right.
So that's understandable why they don't have more. But yes, especially in this era when you still had Donruss and Upper Deck, why they didn't get those guys on more cards.
Yeah, I don't know what the costs were, but yeah, it's cool. It's a playing day Bonds as well, which is great. And 2001 is obviously, the year he hit 73. So kind of a fun year for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very, very cool card.
Yeah, SFO Sox fan says dream card for him. Posted Pedro from the set a while ago. The names in the set for autos are insane. So SFO Sox fan, they have some where they're just one-sided autos and then some that are dual. Is that what the set is?
Oh, I don't know. I think we've awakened something in Jeff here.
Tough to display both sides. I'm just like Mr. Little Thor said.
Yeah, I think you display this one in a safe in a dark box, and you look at it like once a week, maybe. I wouldn't display a card like this anywhere. Those autos I would just be terrified of a Mays or a Bonds auto fading on me.
This is for sure true, Evan, from all accounts. But you think that they would have a soft spot for each other and want to appear on cards, or would be more willing to appear on cards than.
Yeah, who is it? Who is it that says, Curator says the Mays auto befuddles him. And yeah, it's weird. He starts his auto with what looks like the number 4.
Yeah, that's how I make my J for Jeff. So I just looks like Jilly phase to me.
Ha! Michigan Cards and Grass. We can't talk about that card. All right, I actually wanted to mention another Willie Mays auto. Jeff said the magic word heritage.
Mm-hmm.
These two cards come from Steve Areno's cards. This guy posts some pretty amazing stuff. But here's the first year ever of Topps Heritage, and we get both the blue ink and red ink Willie Mays autos. Very, very cool.
They did the red inks out of 52 the first year, which makes sense.
Yep.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah, really cool. And these are two cards where who cares what the grade is, But it is not. I'm not saying you shouldn't grade them. They look good, slabbed up here and safe and protected and authenticated. But the fact that the red's an 8, that wouldn't stop me from buying it at all.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Only 52 of those.
Yeah, that's really cool. Baseball card Brett posted a very cool red ink auto as well. And I like that Topps took the Andre Dawson and the Dale Murphy from that 77, that image, and they just blew up their multiplayer rookie image and made it one big card.
Love those. Yeah. They were quad cards. And it's really funny because on the quad cards, the focus was a little suspect even on the quad cards. So I'm surprised that they were able to blow it up. They did some enhancing because that looks really good.
Yes, yeah, they could have been enhanced more, but I like what they did. I think it's a cool idea, and I got to give Andre Dawson credit and whoever had the pen here credit, because that is a very bold, very red on card auto right there.
Very bold, very red, and that's again, I don't really see how you get Andre Dawson too much out of there, but that's a lot of motion to keep it consistent.
Oh yeah. All right, without being too specific, I'm not sure if I'm going to try to skirt an issue here. Congratulations to Benor14, who has been searching for this particular card, whose name, team, and slab I won't specifically mention. But he very recently was able to get this one on a PSA 10. So congrats to him. This guy's having a kind of a bounce back season, still doing what he normally does, which is swing at every pitch he can think about getting his bat to.
What spot in the order is he batting this year right now, Chris?
He's been hitting like 6th.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, 6th, somewhere around 6th. Like usually they're putting him like right after Yastrzemski. I think they want left-handed pitchers to face him, is the idea behind it.
Get that.
Yeah. All right, newbies cards. I don't know. Sometimes he's here. I haven't seen this. Okay, I have not seen this Mike Trout Stadium Club image variation in a while. 2022. It's just a really cool shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this one. Looks like he's pointing at the dugout.
Yep.
Rounding.
Probably just hit a solo home run to cut the deficit to 4.
Right. Trying not to pull a calf muscle.
But yeah, this is very cool. I'm trying to. Can you tell what ballpark this is, Jeff?
I can't. Maybe our crack research team will be able to identify that scoreboard back there. Yeah, they're wearing their alternate road jerseys. Yeah, any suggestions would be. It seems like it's got to be a pretty low scoreboard there. It's low scoreboard on the left field side. Seattle. All right. There we go. Oh boy. All right.
Thank you.
Edgar's Cantina is in the background. Okay, I see a little Edgar. I can make that out.
Yeah, I can see the GAR. All right, that's excellent work.
And if we don't know where a card's from, we just got to bring it on the show. And
there you go. All right, hold on.
Well done, guys. Yeah, very cool shot.
Fishiest Fish and Peeps Wax packs. Want to talk more about Ozzy Albies? I don't.
Rock Latex says on the 2001 Heritage Red Ink Maze, I believe for that year there is more than 52. They
Oh,
they exchanged Eddie Matthews cards with Red Ink Mays since Eddie passed away during the signing process. Wow, that is a deep cut research. Wow. So
very cool.
there could be up to say 104 if they exchange them all.
Wow.
Really interesting. So that was that before they started hand numbering them, Chris?
It must have been.
All right.
Unless it's on the back, but I don't know if Steve Reno had a picture on the back there. Let me see. He does not have a picture on the back.
Fishiest Fish throwing out a tease for you, Chris. He's going to post his favorite Albies card in the Discord for you.
Nice.
So something to look forward to after your chicken chunks.
Yeah, there we go. I like this Mike Trout card. I'm going to be on the hunt for one of these. I like
I
the
do too,
horizontal
especially now that we know it's in Seattle. I like that.
Very cool. All right, it was not my favorite Mike Trout card I saw this week, though. Comes, of course, from Cardboard Showcase. And Jeff, I know you love this one too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Look at that. I somehow didn't see this one when you posted it.
No.
Cardboard Showcase. Jeez. What is he saying there? That he's looking to trade it, get rid of it?
I think that he's looking to move this for perhaps some Keston Hiras.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's talk. It's a pop 11. That would go amazing with the Ohtani I have from that year, which is one of my favorite Heritage throwbacks. We're getting information from Cardboard Showcase and Tribeca that they were numbered with a ballpoint pen on the back. So I don't know how they did that numbering.
I don't either.
If they had extras. Gigi said to knew this would be on the show as soon as I saw it.
I don't think we've talked about it yet. So it's kind of
No,
like
I have not seen this card, but man. Oh, and he's got that donut.
Yeah, Mike Trout on deck shots are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, channeling Don Baylor.
Arms are the size of most normal people's thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Really cool card, Mike.
Yeah, did you gem this one or did you buy it in a PSA 10? I don't recall.
Good question. Centering looks pretty good. That's usually where they get you on these.
Yeah.
Front centering.
Although knowing your recent history with PSA, I cannot imagine they would have gemmed this for you because they do seem to hate you for whatever reason. But anyway.
Card picks and identify pick that stadium. Well, maybe, but we would have to get that information before. We don't want to have Chris try to research that before he does all the.
Yeah, I will. I don't hate that. I like that though. Maybe some will have to be a little bit easier than others, but yeah, I like that. We'll kind of start with like something with the green monster, and then as we go, it would just get more and more difficult. Yeah, I bought it. Yeah, that's probably the same. Yeah, yeah, clean cards is a great question. How are there 11 of these in a PSA 10? Oh my goodness.
That is a great question. Did you mistype that, Mike, and mean pop 1? Because that would not be surprising if it was a pop 1.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 1 and an exclamation point, and your finger came off the shift key. That sounded very Mr. Burns-ish of me right there.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah,
that's a great card.
All right, what else?
Very nice. And if you're ever looking to move it, let me know.
Yeah, maybe not even okay. But I did want to point out some other Trout fire. I have one other post here. This one comes from Burke Slabs on Instagram. And of course, huge Angels fan, big Mike Trout fan as well. This is a nice little pair of Mike Trout first Bowman Chrome autos.
Is that a blue BGS 10?
It is a blue BGS 10 and an X-Fractor 1010. And as we've talked about earlier in the show, the value of these two cards has definitely shot up in the last week to 10 days.
And considering the condition sensitivity of many cards in that era, that's really impressive grades.
Yeah. And even like, you and I aren't huge believers, or we don't really go nuts about auto grades. Usually you can just look at the auto and see if it's faded or not. But these young guys, they just don't, especially 2009. A lot of Freeman's autos aren't great anymore. You can tell they've aged, but Burke Slab's keeping good care of his cards. These don't look like they've been out in the sun very much.
Curator doesn't like that they're having a picture taken out in the sunlight, but maybe this is just a picture. And then
I think it's just a quick photo. I'm guessing. I've met this gentleman at the National. If you guys remember that story about being on a flight with Jake, and we each chose, we had aisle seats and we each made our choice. And Jake got to sit next to this gentleman and go through his amazing cards. And my seat partner was not as fun, put it that way.
Is that Scotty B's stolen blue Trout blue? I don't think so. I don't think
so either.
Scotty's was a 1010.
Yeah.
Cardboard showcase with a little more info on the Mays red inks. You can find some of his 2001 that are not numbered on the back. There's a BGS eBay right now that is not numbered on the red ink
Okay, okay. So yeah, so probably the initial 52 are numbered, and then the traded aren't. I guess that makes sense. AI. All right. All right. Yeah, those Trouts are pretty sweet. All right, I got two more posts here. Hey. All right, the next card I want to talk about, I've almost certainly talked about before, Jeff. So if we break the spell here, it's been 2 hours. We've done fine.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
We had talked about some overreactions. Okay,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the
There's
show.
plenty of those.
There are plenty of those. And I want to show this card because this is a player that a lot of people were overreacting to. Horrible spring training, horrible first 2 weeks of the season. And now James Wood looks just like we all thought he would look. Stats look great. And everything's fine.
Yeah, he's another guy that had those crazy splits last year where he started off gangbusters and then slumped horribly, like Ellie De La Cruz. Yeah, he's been on fire now. This is his SSP. Is that what is that, a mint 9 right there?
It's mint 9. I don't think there are any 10s. When last I looked, this is their City Connect City Connect with the cherry blossoms. Jersey looks great. I love how the hand with the follow through comes up over the outside of the frame of the card. This is a very cool card. I like it a lot. I tried to get a couple copies of this back in 2025 when it came out. Got outbid every single time. Still don't have one, which is a shame because I would love one. I like this kid. I think he's great. I believe he had a game-winning hit tonight. Inexplicably at pitch 2 with first base open and extras. 2 outs, I think top of the 10th. 2 outs, runner at second, and they just attacked him and base hit, won the game. But I like James Wood a lot.
With RT Collections, nice wood. SFO Sox fan complimenting the commenter. We're getting a request to look at the baseball savant on James Wood.
Okay, I would like to do that too because I still have Pete Crow Armstrong up there, and it hurts to look at.
It is a cool swing and finish. I love how it goes over the border. We've talked about that before. It just adds a little bit extra to the cards when the photo
almost has a McGriff kind of feel to it, Jeff.
Yeah, you're right. The high finish, one hand finish.
Yeah, this looks better.
Right. We know he swings and misses a lot. We know he strikes out, but look at that walk percentage. That's impressive for a young guy.
Yeah, batting run value is 90. Jeff, his average exit velo is 95 miles an hour right now.
Yeah.
That'll
that
play.
barrel percentage, 99%.
Yeah, and sure, he strikes out too much, but he struck out too much last year too.
But we've said repeatedly, if you hit 30 to 40 to potentially 50 home runs, he could be a 50 home run guy. He's still only 22 years old, 23 maybe this year.
I was going to say he is 23 years old. Last year,
it doesn't matter if you strike out. That's part of the game now. That's how it works. They'll gladly trade those strikeouts for those power hits. And it sounds like he won the game without a home run today.
Correct. Yeah, just a base hit to win the game. Yeah, we're looking at these numbers here. Exit velo is about the same. Max, he's just about 2 miles per hour slower on max exit velo, but it's like we said, it's still April. His average is up 1.
It's funny seeing him with such a low launch angle, which we were talking about before.
Yeah. It was 6 last year. It's 5 this year.
Yeah, and he still hit 31 bombs last year at that average launch angle because he just hits the ball so hard.
Yeah, that is.
He's able to get that up towards double digits.
Yeah, that is
looking at 40 homers easy.
Yeah, easily. Why is it so low?
Yeah, that's really low.
Where is I go too far? I went too far. There it is. Okay. So I just wanted to compare this with Yordan Alvarez. I'm showing it. I'm going to move. What do we think Yordan's launch angle is? James Wood and Tatis are at 5.
17. I mean, he hits the ceiling.
24 this year.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I underbid.
I like I like Wood a lot.
Major League Baseball average is 12.4, so James Wood is less than 50% of average launch angle. That if he could adjust that at all, he's going to be. Oof.
Yeah, Shelly. I'm guessing his swing definitely not very Judge. It does not look like Judge, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he can.
But again, though, I mean, at this point, Judge was still in Double-A at this age, so
Yep.
James Wood got an early start, and the thing that's most impressive about it, which we talked about especially in the first half last year, was his walk percentage. So he strikes out a lot, but he also takes a lot of walks, which is surprising for a young power hitter, a young big power hitter at that age.
Yes. Yeah, and he runs. Stole another base tonight as well.
So
he is fast. Okay. Anything else you want before we get to our Instagram post of the week? Anything else you want to chat about? I'm starving, so.
All right. Well, then let's just get to it.
All righty.
Let me see if I can.
This will, by the way, if we had not already broken Gigi's challenge, this would have blown it up for sure.
Blabbin, bounce, slabbin'. Instagram post of the week. Whoa.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, if someone out there wants to post a full run of a Freddie Freeman parallel, especially a Stadium Club parallel, by God, Jeff, that's how you win.
Clean Cards 5 knows the way to Chris's heart and to the show's premiere spot.
Oh, yeah. I know he recently picked up, I think we talked about it last week. He recently picked up the 2025 rainbow foil, but there's so much shine here, Jeff. These are just, most of these, especially when he's wearing the Cough Braves jersey, look really, really good. I love that 2019, the 2014 celebration one is cool too. These are great. And it's all
is that the one on the lower left?
Yeah, lower left is the 2019 with the intensity, and then middle right is the like team celebration from 2014.
Yeah.
We love our good buddy Ephus Pitch, now Hobby Sentinel, calls this player run magic, and that's exactly what, like, you can complete these runs any parallel, any
the rainbow foil out of 25, which it's not. And a lot of these, it's not a matter of expense. It's a matter of finding them. It's a matter of them showing up. It's a matter of them finding the person that has it, that's willing to sell it. So congratulations on this.
Yeah, these are just extremely tough to pull. You don't see these very often. And 2025, I think a lot of people are not ripping 2025 Stadium Club. If they're numbered to 25, I'd be shocked if 15 make it out. I'd be shocked, honestly, if 10 make them out.
Which is the most recent one, Chris?
It's the top row left. That makes sense. He's kind of in the Dodgers uniform, pointing up into that way.
Yeah, I like the mix of horizontal and vertical in this, and
it's the layout is very satisfying in a symmetrical kind of way. Yeah. Docs Cards, I believe that was NLDS, but otherwise, yes, that was against the Dodgers.
Because if that was 2018, the Brewers were against the Dodgers in the NLCS, sadly.
Yeah, it gave the Braves a little bit of life in that first round. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, this is cool. And I just, like I said, I love seeing this stuff. These things are really, really hard to find. I know he's got some other runs on his page. Cardboard Showcase does too, and Comets 1998 does as well. They got some Trout stuff on their page. It's really fun to see runs like this. And honestly, it's kind of like, it's inspiring.
It is inspiring, and it's also gives some perspective on how long Freddie's been around, really. Yeah. These cards are adding up. What is that? 12 card display.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple more years left, hopefully.
Yep, for sure.
Maybe a couple more in a Braves jersey at the end. We'll see. Oh, Gigi, come on, buddy. I think we gave it a good go.
Oh, Gigi. Yeah. We tried our best. I know there was some broken rules early and often, but yes, it was very generous of you to volunteer donating to a charity based upon Chris and I trying to fulfill this.
There's even a set neither one of us spoke about yet. We managed to avoid talking about that set, and there's a
lot of news about that set too.
Pretty recent
about some very specific cards.
Pretty from that set I want to talk about, but
yes. So thank you, Gigi. We'll have to coordinate, because that would be wonderful to be able to donate something on behalf of the Blabbin folks in the chat and yourself. That would be great.
Yeah, so that would be cool. And yeah, Shelly Cosman pointing out that he likes the fact that none of these are graded. And this particular parallel, they look so good in a one touch. Like, you can see the shine. And if you don't know what Clean Cards looks like, that's okay. I want you guys just to take a minute to picture him with some kind of light in one hand and his cell phone in the other. And this had to have taken at least 5 to 10 minutes to get an angle where there's no glare from the phone and each card is shining a little bit.
Perfectly centered. I'm picturing his wife or girlfriend or significant other having to hold the light some which way to, no, just move it a little bit. No, okay. It was an all-day affair.
Oh, potentially relationship ending.
It could have been. But worth it because this looks great.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so clean cards. Thanks. Thanks for this great post and congratulations on you didn't win trivia this week, but you did get Instagram post of the week.
Yeah, well done.
All
well
right.
done. Well, anything you want to add before we close it out and you go get some chicken chunks?
Yeah, it's a week of birthdays here in our house. It was Jelly's birthday yesterday. It's my wife's birthday on Friday. So we are going out. We are attempting a sort of a social gathering. We're going to see how this goes. She keeps saying she doesn't want to get that drunk, but I think we all know that's going to be
what does that mean? That drunk? It leaves a lot of leeway there.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. Much like Gigi's rules for us, I imagine she will also fail pretty spectacularly.
Flexible.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Jelly. Happy birthday, M. Parsons. It's an expensive week, I have to say, Jeff. An expensive week in the house.
Yeah, and not because of cards this particular week. I do have to say that I got to go to the Dodger game on Sunday. I went with the family. It was great. It was Little League Day at the stadium, so they allowed the kids and the coaches to parade around the stadium. And seeing that field up close, all the boys were like, man, this looks nice. It'd be nice to play on a field where you get true hops. It was great walking around there. We got to go up to the booth and meet friend of the show, Mike Bassick, and also Oral Hershiser, who was a gem of a guy. He came and talked to the family. He was joking around. Really cool guy. I was a little bit starstruck to meet him, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you, Mike, and thank you, Oral, if you happen to be watching this. And I got to see an Ohtani home run. He led off the game with a home run, which makes 3 straight games, Dodger games that I've been to, that he's hit a home run, and they've lost all 3, 2 to the Brewers last year and this 1 to the Rangers. So I can't complain about that.
Yep. Thank you for mentioning that. I also want to give a quick shout out to Mike Bassick. Thank you very much for the tickets. You were kind enough to give to Jake and I so we could enjoy that same game as well. And thanks for the tour of the booth upstairs. My wife and her friend really enjoyed it. They took a lot of funny photos with the headset on. They had a fantastic time. So Mike, thank you very much. I just want to set this up. You got to give me a second to M. Parsons. If you're still with us, send me that photo. Our tickets were awesome. We were like above home plate, kind of looking down. I did not know. My wife and her friend got tickets from. My wife's friend is she does hair for people, and she has like some pretty wealthy clients. I guess she's good at it. I mean, she cuts my hair, and I don't get a lot of compliments on my hair.
It looks great. It looks great, truly.
Yeah. And anyway, these friends of hers apparently have quite a bit of money. And my wife was like, I don't really want to tell you where our seats are, but you can probably see us. So Jake and I are up there like trying to find her. And eventually we did. Oh, here we go.
Meanwhile, me and the family are way out in the bleachers. We can't even see the.
Yeah, Jeff was just a dot on the horizon. Whereas my wife was literally the front row behind home plate. When Ohtani homers, you can she is clear as day standing up. She was actually the first person to stand up back there. And she's very, very proud of that. So Jake and I were like, we have to have her take a picture of us. So, and Celeste, if you're still with us, please look away. So this is a photo of Jake and I enjoying our game from the seats that we really loved, but the angle is from my wife's front row seats, turning around to see us.
Very, very family friendly.
Very family friendly. This was actually really funny. We told her, hey, turn around, just take a picture of us. And I saw her laugh and she took the picture. And there's some people across the aisle were like, who are you guys? Who are you doing that to? And Jake was like, oh, his wife is down there in the front row with some other guy. Oh. And people across the aisle got really upset.
Oh, they were fighting for you, Chris.
Yes, I appreciated that. They're like, how dare she? Did she know you? Like, didn't really understand. We didn't, we eventually explained that it was, that it was okay, but it was pretty funny.
You're getting a compliment about your hair. It's way better than Dan O'Dowd's.
That's a low bar. By the way, guys, I have not seen Dan O'Dowd on the MLB Network in at least a week. So it's possible I've just missed his appearances, but I think maybe there was some discussion about possibly making a change with
Maybe
the hair.
he's doing a little transplant. M. Parsons wanting to make it well known that, yes.
But I mean, I could say the same thing.
Or Jake. Yeah. Well, nobody knows.
Anyway, I love this photo. I might have this framed. I'm pretty.
It's a great picture. It was a great time at the ballpark. Anybody who's gotten to go to games, I know you feel the same way. It's nice to have baseball back, whether you're chomping on peanuts or whatever they have at your local game or your $18 beers. It's good to be back in the ballpark. So I can't wait to get back. Jake is a large man. Yes.
Jake is enormous. Like Jake is like 6'6". Jake's a large guy. Like if you were sitting if you were at the game and there's 2 empty seats in front of you and you see Jake coming down, you're like, oh crap, I'm not going to see anything that happens on the field.
Yeah, I know we've told the story before, but the first time we met Jake was at the Burbank Card Show, and we show up and we see there's a line outside, and there's a guy standing on a step saying Chris and Jeff. And then when we got closer, we realized he wasn't standing on a step taller than everybody. He was just that much taller than everybody, and that was Jake. So
it's really convenient in crowded places because he just walks. He's like a rock in a stream. Like people just go around him. So you use him as like a blocker.
Yeah, you just travel in his wake.
Yep, exactly. That's what we're all doing. We're all just living in Jake's wake.
Living in Jake's wake. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. I know we went a little long. Chris, go get your chicken chunks. Happy birthday to Jelly and to M. Parsons. We look forward to seeing everybody again next week, and enjoy your baseball. Until then.
Yeah, it's almost May, guys. Make your travel plans for the National. We hope to see you guys in Chicago.
Nationals coming up. Chicago. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks, everybody.